the world, he waits atop a throne of skulls.
All right, guys, the time is now for our first ever Autogen tournament. So I know a lot of people have been asking for it, so I figured what was a better time than now? We got our new stream trailer, and we got some guys who are ready to play. I think it'll be quite a bit of fun. So in our first match, we're going to have a showdown between Gojira Gaming and Loremaster of Sotek. So it seems like a lot of you guys have come from Loremaster's stream. We have a couple more big matches today as well. So none other than the great Indie Pride and Dob plays. And of course, Indie Pride is known for his Trials of Tzeentch series on his channel. So I'm sure he's most certainly going to be ready for this. Going to be quite a bit of fun. So I don't know if they've already autogened. If they did, Sotek definitely got a very good army. I mean, do we really need army blockers today? Let me know, guys. I don't know if we do. It seems like since it's autogen, we don't really need it. I don't know. Okay, so let me check in with the guys. And it's going to be our standard Flash tournament format. It's going to be 2 best-of-3s and then a best-of-5 finals. And when the winner of the event is going to get 25% of all on-stream donations. So firstly, big thanks to Silver Skink. Tell Loremaster of Sotek he better win and tell him it's from Silver Skink. Will do, man. Well, Sotek, the pressure is now on you. It's a best-of-3. Go ahead and auto-gen. All right. They're doing it. And start when ready. So they're going to auto-gen their armies, and it's go time, guys. We're going to see what we get. Yeah, I know. You don't need it, but it is kind of funny to look at Wookiee while we wait. It's kind of fun, though, too, because it keeps the surprise of like what the armies are. It's also quite fun, because I don't have to like talk about builds in terms of a competitive sense. It can just be like, well, he got this unit. That's going to be fun. Yeah. How'd you guys like the trailer? That's the new... Before all the streams, we'll be playing that. I think it would be kind of a fun way to get everybody hyped with the BFG division. No, the race they get to choose. And it's not blind picks today since it's autogen. Nobody really cares. So, yeah, Sotek is going to be autogenning his army in just a moment. I think he was AFK. And he did it. Oh my gosh. That's a... Oh, I don't know if Gojira can win this. That is a brutal army. Sotek just got such a good army, guys. Double Stegodons with a Rev Crystal, a Slan. Oh man, you guys are in for it. We'll see how Gojira does here. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it. I thought it was quite a bit of fun. So it's probably going to go a lot faster today since there's no army selections. Like the players are just going to go right in and just pick their armies, right? So it's going to be relatively quick. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. All right, and we're here on one of the more common tournament maps. Gojira and Loremaster of Sotek facing off. They've played many times before, so quite familiar with the play style of one another. Granted, it doesn't really matter because it is autogen. But Sotek's playing Lizardmen, and if I had to say one of the factions has a really good autogen, I think the Dinos do, because like you get so many big beasts, and when your opponent autogens, now if they're not going to get like enough dedicated anti-large or like, you know, powder weaponry or the Rustiers, especially as the Greenskins, it's going to be really tough. Greenskins are one of those factions that usually gets really like haggard autogens because you get like all the goblins and then like if it has enough money, sometimes it'll just put like a bunch of random chevrons into the goblins and stuff like that. Orlando, let's see. Orlando donated here. He says a donation for the most metal and epic intro. Also, Battlefleet Gothic 2 streams on pre-release. I might stream that. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to do everything in the Warhammer universe. Oh man, I forgot Ainsley was here.
That's it.
Is he above? Let me make sure he's actually like. Yeah, okay, he's appearing on the screen. That's good. I know you guys like Ainsley, so thank you so much for the donation. Perhaps I will give it a try. And the blocker's gone. Should be gone. I'm not seeing it on the stream here, and I do have a feed running next to me, so. All right, guys. Here we go. Loremaster of Sotek's army. He has double Stegodon. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for Gojira. These are going to be so hard to stop with the Greenskins. On top of that, he does have a Bastillodon with the Rev Crystal. He has a Skink Chief on foot. He's got a Slan Mage Priest with the Lore of Light. This is pretty good. And also, when we do the Autogen series, you have to bring all your spells. So you can't like cut down any spells or like tune your army at all. You just have to take whatever you get. So he does have some infantry. Front line of Skink cohorts, mostly not too much meat here in the front line. It's going to be mostly in the big dinosaurs here. Sora Spears, he does have some Feral Cold Ones in the back. Cold One Spear Riders, so not a bad army for Sotek, honestly. This like, he has a caster, he has like decent flanking pressure with some Feral Cold Ones. He also has Croxagores against Black Orcs. So yeah, pretty cool little autogen army here. And for Gojira, oh my gosh, look at this. This is just pure anarchy. So Gojira, he gets a Doomdiver Catapult. He gets a Night Goblin Warboss with no Tormentor Sword, which is definitely very unfortunate there. On top of that, Night Goblin Shaman, so at least he did get a caster. Whenever you play autogen, there's always a pretty substantial chance you're not going to get a caster. So it's really always quite a boon when you get a caster. Now it's going to be mostly Goblins and Orc Boys. It looks like Goblins, Orc Boys, Orc Boys, Orc Boys. You got an entire front line of Orc Boys. Like that is pretty impressive. He does have Goblins in the front line, so the Goblins are going to be rushing in and taking the brunt force of the enemy army. Goblins will beat Skinks. They're a little bit stronger if I'm not mistaken. At least the regiments for now. Oh wow, he has Warlords Boys plus the AP Cloonies. In the back he does have Night Goblin Archers, Orc Biggins. Okay, so he has some anti-large, I guess. Night Goblin Archers. He's got Durkid Squig Hoppers, Goblin Wolf Riders, Squig Herds for his armor piercing, and 2 Goblin Wolf Chariots, or just 1 actually. Yeah, so my main concern for Gojira here is he doesn't really have like much anti-large. He's going to have to bring down the Stegodons using the Night Goblin Warboss plus the Archers probably, and maybe some of the Squig Herds. Durkid Squigs, I mean, sadly, are going to be one of the things that he's going to have to fight with, right? I'm not sure, to answer your question, Jamie. And then Silver Skink says, thank you so much for another donation. You tell him for real, Turin, don't mess with me. I donated 300 on the stream yesterday. You got a big war chest. All right, I'll send him a message in game. So let's see. Sotek.
Give your meat a good
Sotek.
rub.
Silver Skink says,
Nice and hot.
you better goddamn win.
Yeah, boy.
There you go. I hope you're happy. All right, guys, the battle's underway. We're going to see if the Greenskins have enough stopping power to get rid of these big dinos. We have the Stegodons and the Bastillodons, and there's a Light Slan, so there could be banishments here if there's like a big Greenskin blob, but Gojira does have the Doomdivers. Doomdiver Catapult's taking the initial pot shots of the fight, and let's see what he's targeting. I imagine he's going to go after like the Zoras here or something like that. Oh, he hits the Croxagore. Does some decent damage. That was not bad at all. So anyways, these forces are going to be piling forward. And it looks like the Loremaster of Sotek is going to be moving around with the Skinks here, getting some shots. But the Squigs are coming out of the forest. A little bit risky. They don't have shields and they're lightly armored. I don't know if they'll be able to catch Chameleons. The Skinks are already 63 speed compared to 37. I guess they could catch them, but I don't think that Gojira wants to commit to that. So the rest of the Greenskin army is just going to be kind of posturing forward here, pulling back the archers over here on the flank. Very scary stuff. And oh, also Gojira does have a vanguard of wolf riders here. Doom Diver Catapult. Honestly, Gojira probably wants to shoot. The Croxors aren't a bad target, and he is hitting the Sora Spears and getting some pretty good value. The Goblins on the flank should be able to deal with the Chameleons and the Skirmishers pretty efficiently. So the first of the Goblins is going to be fighting Clever Girls as Sotek charges in with his Velociraptors. And yeah, they're not going to have a good time versus Goblins, but man, look at the damage they did. If they don't break the Goblins, though, they're going to start losing for sure. So Orc Boys and the rest of the troops are going to be charging in now. The Stegodons just, oh my gosh, are just going to be ramshackling in here, just giving the business. So that big old Stegodon runs over the Orc Boys here, and yeah, I don't know if he's going to have enough stopping power. That's the problem. I mean, in terms of infantry, he might be able to put up a fight. So the wall has been popped. That means these skinks are going to get cut to pieces pretty efficiently. In the back, though, it looks like the Velociraptors have gotten onto the chariots, so the Goblin Wolf chariots, but the big ones are attacking them as well, so the big ones should be able to handle those. The other Stegodon is going to be fighting Orc Boys. It looks like there's going to be some magic going on right here, perhaps a banishment spell. Oh no, this is so bad. Ooh, a beautiful banishment from Lore Master of Sotek. He's able to just Shrek those Orc Boys. And from there, I mean, the Stegodons are pretty much in the back line, and it looks like it's a mass rout for the Greenskins. They're just running for the hills. The Orc Boys are terrified. The Goblins are just getting massacred by the Skinks, which is very surprising, but I think that's because the Velociraptors are in there as well. And yeah, the Stegodon taking no damage. Barona's Time Warp has gone down as well. The Greenskins have pushed forward in some areas. The Skinks over here have been buckled, and now Gojira is probably going to sweep inwards right now, so maybe leave the Goblins on the Skink Chief, and this bad boy Orc squad here can go in there to attack. The Goblin Wolf Riders in the back do attack the Stegodon. Or not Stegodon, the Bastillodon. They're trying to get a little bit of damage, maybe do some disruption in the back, but really, I don't know what he can do against these Stegodons. I mean, he does have stuff rallying. Lore Master of Sotek does get a very good charge with the Goblin Riders, and is finally able to shut down the Doom Diver Catapult, one of Gojira's lifelines here in this battle. He definitely should bring some Squigs over here and have them start feasting. I think the Squigs would be very useful against these dinos. However, the Squig herds looks like they're going to be trying to swarm. They're going to be attacking these Stegodons. Now, they do have good armor piercing values, but against non-infantry targets, their stats are a little bit low because their bonus versus infantry obviously isn't going to kick in here. The two Stegodons are so healthy. I mean, and Sotek has massive sustainability too, right? He has this Bastillodon. If the Stegodons even start to get low, he can heal them up with the Rev Crystals, and he has the Cold Blood from the Slan as well as the Skink Chief. He has a lot of tools here. Gojira, in the meantime, though, he's able to get some of his Goblins and Skinks, or Goblins and Squigs, onto the Skink Chief here, and it looks like he's being tossed around by the Squigs. Night Goblin Fanatics are going to be swarming in, and despite all this, the bounce of power is still somewhat even. Gojira is able to stabilize his missiles on the flanks, so the Night Goblins as well as the Night Goblin Archer Fanatics are getting pretty good pot shots into these riders right here. But yeah, I don't know, this is just such a powerful goon squad right here. Goblins and Orcs are piling in, at least there's going to be some poison. Orc Biggins also attacking. The Croxivores are getting pretty low, and the Night Goblin Warboss is standing and fighting to the bitter end. I'm surprised he's still alive, actually. He's been in this like dinosaur monster match for quite some time. Barona's Time Warp, definitely a pretty good spell and very underrated in the lore of life, and now you can see the bounce power really starting to shift in the favor of Lore Master of Sotek here. Goblin Archers in the back are able to waste some of these targets here, and the Skink Chief is getting a little bit low, fighting some of the Orcs. Another Wah has been popped. The Night Goblin Warboss definitely needs to flee. Now, I think the biggest reason the bounce of power is heavily in the favor of Sotek is because the Night Goblin Warboss is so beat up, but aside from that, I don't see too much left from Gojira. I mean, he's got a couple Goblin Wolf Chariots in the back, but I mean, they're going to be able to charge in, and it looks like he is able to break off the Chameleon Skinks, which is pretty nice. The Skink Chief is also getting very low, but yeah, you can see this. The Stegodons are the name of the game, and that's why Greenskins are such a risky auto-gen. Now, this isn't blind pick. We're allowing the players to pick any faction they want, so it's not like if they see dinos, they can, work with their opponent and agree on something else. But the Stegodon does get in there, taking some pretty good Overwatch fire from the Goblins here. They are going to be poking it a little bit. But man, Stegodons have 120 armor. That is so beastly. The Light Slan is doing pretty well. Now, dinosaurs don't really have any infantry left. It's just mainly Croxivores and a couple Sora Spears. So the Greenskins do have some swarming they could potentially do and maybe work this guy down. I mean, Gojira's doing a great job with what he has, and that's truly the name of the game in the auto-gen. You can kind of claw your way back using like just these really haggard armies. You're gonna, it's truly a test here. The Night Goblin Warboss, 500 HP, is going to be scurrying in the shadows here, and it looks like he's going to be, is he going to be broken off the map? The edge of the map is like right over there, so he has a little bit of time. But yeah, the bounce of power now is shifting even more, and you can see the Stegodon here. It looks like there's going to be another banishment going down, perhaps on top of these Night Goblin Archers, but yeah, I think they're going to break off anyway. So, looks like Sotek is going to be taking the first game here in this this auto-gen series. Quite a cockfight in the first battle. Gojira did pretty good with what he had, but he just didn't have enough stopping power to deal with the big dinos. I mean, he still got them kind of low, but the Rev Crystals and the Cold Bloods were able to keep him up, and it looks like there's just a couple big ones coming back here as well. Maybe I think using the Squigs a little bit more defensively in like the back line and pushing them to countercharge the Stegodons could have been a little bit better, but yeah, he was still pretty heavily outgunned in regards to his units here. So these Night Goblin archers are going to be taking some pot shots here at the Skink Chief, trying to wear him down, but you can see a big old happy Bastillodon's going to come in here full chub, running these guys down, and we got the floating skinks with their feet up in the air and everything, always a pretty fun sight to see. And, well, Gojira's still fighting. I think the Night Goblin War Boss did come back. He's actually rallying with about 500 HP, so over here we do have 17 Squig Herds. We also have 29 Goblin, or Orc Boys, but yeah. I mean, he's getting this Slan Priest pretty low, actually. I don't know. Could he do it? No, probably not. What's that? Is that going to be a Baroness Time Warp? No, it looks like it's going to be an Itchy Nuisance. The Stegodon's going to charge in, and it's just going to... Oh, and it looks like there was a net going down on the Night Goblin War Boss here, so the Stegodon's going to just massacre, probably, if Lore Master of Sotek is giving him direct attack order. A lot of times, if you have a big monster, like, attacking a single target, even if it's like a Night Goblin War Boss, you have to, like, spam click it to make sure he stays on the appropriate target. So the Night Goblin War Boss is putting up a pretty valiant fight here. It looks like the Squig Herds... What is this? Is Gojira going to come... No way Gojira's coming back. That would be absolute insanity. So the Slan Priest here is actually getting pretty beat up, and it looks like the Orcs are going to be collapsing inward. Now, the Crocscores are fighting the Goblins, and they're probably going to lose that, to be honest. Maybe. No, the leadership is too low, but there's enough Goblins to do some damage there. Yeah, the Slan Mage Priest is getting very low. Over here, the Stegodon actually took some damage. But Gojira with a decent rally attempt in the late game, but I think he's going to get hit with army losses here in a second. You can see the Night Goblin War Boss is pretty much out of the picture, and the balance of power is so heavily in the favor of the Dinos. And that's going to be it. That is going to be it. What a game. That was a crazy one. Yeah, that was a crazy game. Gojira almost clawed into that a little bit. But man, when I saw Sotek's army in the autogen screen, I was like, there is no way that Gojira is going to be able to win this. So the first autogen game, Gojira got like Orc Boys. If he had gotten like one group of Orc Boar Boy Biggins and the rest heirs or something, I think he might have been able to do it. But yeah, he was pretty doomed from the start there, I think. But Sotek is going to go up 1-0 in this best of 3 series here. And we're going to see what they pick next. GG. All right. Here we go. And let's get the army blocker up. Sotek did it. That was a cockfighter. That was quite a battle. Oh my goodness. All right. So hopefully they'll switch armies now. Hey, don't worry. You only missed one game. We're in game 2 now. We got the blocker up. Sotek is up 1-0 in this autogen series. Yeah. Gojira did well with what he had. I mean, he almost clawed it out. Maybe, I think if Gojira had made more of an effort to snipe the Slan earlier in the game, like gotten some like goon squad with the Night Goblin War Boss to go after him, it looks like we're going to have Norska. We're going to see what Sotek picks. Sotek, of course, they can't play the same faction twice in a row. So we're going to have Beastmen versus Norska autogen. Oh, that means we're going to get like a Frostworm. Giants. Oh my gosh, I'm hyped for this one. Yes, it's going to be good. Jason Danny says, let's go. Love the army blocker, by the way. Jason, thank you so much for the donation. I am glad you like the army blocker. I'm quite a fan myself of the Wookiee. And we'll bring him in. Oh, Gojira's army is so haggard. Oh my god. Oh, has a Frostworm. Okay. This is so much fun. I wish I had done these earlier. Alright guys. We're gonna find out. I can't see Sotek's army. I can see Gojira's army, so I know what he has, so he can't reroll. We're gonna switch over to Sotek. Life is good. Big thanks to all of you guys for joining today. We are here in the second match, and man, these games go a lot quicker because of the nature of the autogen. Yeah. You know, Faust, the dragon might be decent in this autogen format because the beastmen have plenty of spears and like little like minotaurs and oh man, there's gonna be probably minotaurs and chaos spawn, all kinds of stuff like that. I know the double Frostworm was actually quite powerful in the last stream. You guys weren't kidding. All right, blocker is gone. And we're good. All right. They're on the same map. They forgot to change the map, but it's okay. I think it's okay. We can just go with it. Make sure to change map in future. We can fight here again. Yeah, I don't mind fighting on the same map, to be honest. It's okay. It's more about the armies anyways, but we'll make sure that the guys change them in future games. Anyways, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the armies of Lore Master or Gojira first. So for Gojira, He does have a couple groups of Marauder Horsemen, going to be very good for counter skirmishing. He does also have, and it looks like, yeah, we got some Marauder Horsemasters, which is going to be pretty sweet. On top of that, just standard Marauder Horsemen, which are both pretty good against Beastmen. Centaurs are lightly armored, Giants, Cygors are all very good targets for them, so I like that quite a bit for Gojira, as if he picked it. He does also have Famir Warriors with Great Weapons, a very nice boon there. Minotaurs, Giants, anything big, these guys are going to be MVPs. Gojira does also have a pretty healthy Flying Goon Squad. He's got a Frostworm, so the Frostworm, of course, has breath attacks and a chilling aura, so I foresee it probably flying around with the Feral Manticore just trying to snipe things, which is going to be fun. Marauder Hunters with throwing axes in the back, definitely very vulnerable against the Beastmen swarming. Wulfric the Wanderer on his horse. He did also get a Deathcaster, so it looks like Gojira, who was very disadvantaged in the first game, actually has a really good army now. Like, this is solid. He's got, like, Famir, he's got counter skirmishing, he's got terror monsters. In the front line, he's got mostly Spearmen, Iceform Marauders, Champions, and Champions. So, yeah. I think Gojira has a really, really solid army as far as like autogens go, so quite happy with that for him. And over here for Lore Master of Sotek, Centaurs with Great Weapons going to be okay against Famir and some of those other big dinosaurs, or I mean dragons, whatever dinosaurs. Chaos Warhounds with Poison. The front line is going to be Korok's Man Rippers, which are also very good against Famir. Blackhorn Ravagers, Gore Herds, and Spears on the far side. And he also has the Eye of Morsleep. The Eye of Morsleep. A pick you don't see terribly often, but it does have the Warp Gaze. So if Gojira isn't careful, and he flies in, for example, with his Frostworm, you get caught with the Warp Gaze of the Eye of Morsleep, and then some of the best Centaurs can charge in and wrap him up. He does have a Shaman with the Lore of Wild, so maybe we're going to see some Cygor summoning. I think that would be very good. He's got some Baconators on the far side for his Lord. He does have Malagor the Dark Turkey, so unfortunately for Sotek, a lot of his gold is going to be wasted in the double caster, because again, you can't re-roll that in autogen. Sotek is definitely an honest guy. A lot of people could have re-rolled that one if they didn't like it. And yeah, that's it. So I have more sleep over here. We do have some powerhouse units. We got the Korok's Man Rippers, some Centaurs, and it's going to be pretty crazy for sure. That's a pretty good Norska list. I definitely think so. Silver Skink, again with the donation to... All right, thank you. Well, whatever, man. I hope you enjoy the stream. Yeah, Lore Master is an awesome YouTuber, though, for sure. I agree with you, so make sure to check him out if you guys haven't. So the Eye of Morsleep here, going to be throwing some boulders, most likely, maybe going after some of the champions and things like that. And yeah, I would imagine I could throw boulders at some of these what's it called? These swamp monsters, the Famir over here. Looks like the first boulder is going to clip the Marauder champions. It does take out 5 models, which is pretty nice. Definitely going to put the burden on Gojira to have to engage here. And it looks like there's going to be some witchcraft going down. Now, is that a Traderkin? Interesting. I think a Devolve would have been a little bit better here, but I think he's trying to take out the Marauder Horsemasters. It does a lot more damage against single targets. Now, the Bacon is going to be chasing, but the Bacon isn't very fast. It has 70 speed, actually. That's not terrible, but of course, the Horsemen are going to be faster. Oh, and look at that. That is just like clockwork. So he rampages the Razorgore herds, and then they just run to their doom against like Spears and a Dragon. That's why like Rampage just sucks so bad. Like, if you have a Rampage unit, you can't be chasing an open field with it. You definitely need to keep it a little bit closer to your army. So a little bit of a misplay by Sotek initially. The Razorgore herds are just being chopped to pieces by the Dragon and the Spears. They do a little bit of HP damage, but nothing to write home about. Although the Bacon does do a little bit of damage on the Marauder Horsemen. Despite that, a couple of the models were actually attacking the Horsemen over there, and they did get some value, so I guess it wasn't a complete waste. Anyways, the Beastmen are going to be surrounding here. They do have Centaurs. They have Centaurs with Great Opens and some Hounds as well. But that's a pretty wide Beastmen front line. I mean, I think Norska has the advantage because of the champions. Now, if I were Gojira, I would definitely form a flank denial because the Beastmen army is so much wider. Beta unit's going to be going down on the Korok's Man Ripper is definitely a very solid choice there because, again, they're pretty much the most powerful unit on the Beastmen army aside from the Eye of Morsleep. And there's going to be a Devolve going down as well. So the Beastmen forces are going to be engaging in the front line. And it looks like Sotek is going to miss the counter charge, which is a little bit unfortunate. So he's going to suffer a little bit there. But I think he's positioning over on the flank. Maybe that's why that happened. Korok's Man Ripper is just getting absolutely melted. And Gojira could potentially get a breath attack with his big old Frostworm right here. So that would be pretty good and tasty. And let's see what else is going on the front line. So it looks like the pirate ship from Wulfric is going to be going down the formation, and that just tears through the Blackhorn Ravagers. So beautiful play so far from Gojira. Definitely bringing it back from the first game. It looks like he's going to charge in with the Frostworm, which does have a slow aura. And a Frostworm plus a Manticore can definitely massacre these Centaurs pretty easily. And also there is Overwatch support from the Marauder Horsemasters over here, so that's very nice as well. We do have the Famir Warriors coming in. Traderkin's going to be going down on them, so that's a pretty good choice by Sotek here. But the bounce of power is pretty even, maybe a little bit in the favor of Norska. Some of the Ungor Spears did get around the flank, and the Bacon is coming back. Now, Sotek can get the Bacon and unleash them on these Marauder Hunters. That could be extremely powerful. Looks like he's going to be opting for a rear charge with the Bray Shaman, getting into the back of the champions, trying to slow them down. The point-blank Boulder doing quite a bit of damage, but now you can see the Norscan hordes have pushed through. Sotek is having to rely on his Spearmen in the front line, as well as Malagor to fight. Now, the Eye of Morsleep is very powerful in melee, but there's still these Famir. The Frostworm is just kind of punting with impunity, just going after whatever it can, and there's not really much retort for its power here. It looks like the Koroks Manrippers are back though, so Sotek definitely could just turn and probably kill this Feral Manticore because it's going to rampage and just die probably from fighting the Koroks Manrippers and the Centaurs, I would imagine. But the Frostworm is going to be going over to help out as well, and you can also see that Gojira is going to be moving his horsemen over to throw some spears, which is also going to be quite powerful. So it looks like the Beastmen are holding here. Malagor is fighting. His spears are kind of able to fend off some of those very tattered Iceworm Marauders. Some champions are piling in as well for Norska, and it looks like there's going to be, what is that spell called? Like Bray Scream? I think it was Bray Scream. But the Hunters do have pretty good line of sight here on the Eye of Morsleep, so they're going to be able to do some chipping damage. The Beastmen here are trying to collapse these Spearmen with their own Spearmen. Oh, and it looks like the Boulder is actually able to hit Wulfric with a pretty dead-on shot. But of course, Wulfric is very good at sniping casters and heroes and units like that. He was able to chase down the Brace Shaman with the Lore of Wild and will easily be able to kill him. So at this point, I think Sotek is kind of running out of options. He does have the Eye of Morsleep. He has a bit of a contingent of power over here. He's able to kind of normalize the bounce of power a little bit by killing that Manticore, the Koroks Manrippers, and some of the Hounds. Now, the Hounds should turn on these Horsemen, like right now. Sotek should grab those guys and try and swarm them. I think that'd be pretty good. And the Eye of Morsleep is also something, guys, you got to respect it. I mean, it's going to terror out a lot of these guys, and if Sotek can somehow finish off these Familiar with Great Weapons or break them away, it's definitely going to be quite a bit harder for the forces of Gojira here to finish off this big Eye of Morsleep. Granted, he still has all these Marauder Horsemen, but they are running low on ammo. Some of the Hounds and the Koroks Manrippers. Ooh, this is a great catch right here for Sotek. Potentially something that could get him back into the game, and you can see the bounce power kind of teetering in the middle as Sotek does get a couple pretty good late game catches. The Koroks Manrippers right here are able to catch the Frostworm. They're doing huge damage. And they have pretty good leadership by Beastmen standards, but you can see even they're going to be terrified off the battlefield. That was pretty good, though. He was able to get a lot of damage on that high-value target here. Now you can see that the Familiar with Great Weapons are going to be fighting the Eye of Morsleep, which is a very, very bad situation for Sotek here. So I think at this point, Sotek's probably going to be booking it and running with the Eye of Morsleep, maybe trying to fall back to some of the reinforcements. Malagor, the Dark Omen, is very beat up as well. Definitely pretty unfortunate for Sotek to get the double caster because that does waste a lot of your auto-gen money. And for anyone who's just joining the stream, this is an auto-gen tournament, if you're wondering why it looks so strange. Eye of Morsleep going for another point-blank pot shot. He's able to take out a couple of these what were the, I think there were some champions mixed in there. Also, the Warp Gaze going down. So the Warp Gaze is able to snare these Familiar with Great Weapons, and then it actually buys time for the Eye of Morsleep to fall back, which is very cool. Centaurs with Great Weapons do charge in on the Familiar here, and are able to do some pretty good work. And they're actually getting low. Yeah, the Frostworm is going to be able to finish that off. And you can see that, oh, look at this. Sotek's going for the counter charge against Wulfric with, but the Hunter of Champions has popped and the Dragon's coming in as well. But there's also Malagor. Now, I doubt he has much Winds Magic left. If he had like a Traderkin or something, that could be pretty good. I mean, if Eye of Morsleep can win this duel, maybe he could get back in the game. But I feel like there's too much for Norska. There's a bunch of like chaff units everywhere. There's Marauder Horsemen, Horse Masters coming in. There's still a full health Deathcaster as well, which is going to be pretty good in melee against the Giant here. And yeah, I don't know what else Sotek's going to be able to do. It looks like Gojira's going to take this, and we're going to be going to a game 3 in this auto-gen series. Over here, yeah, Malagor gets fully surrounded. The Eye of Morsleep, very powerful in melee. I mean, 52 melee attack's pretty solid. Low melee defense, however, so that means that, you know, pretty much anything that's hitting it is going to get its value. Wulfric the Wanderer coming in with the steel chair, just going to absolutely karate chop Malagor and give him the business. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Dob, thank you for the donation. Dob doesn't kneel. Dob pays, and Dob is playing next game against Indie Pride. So in the next best of 3, it's going to be Indie Pride versus Dob plays, which is going to be quite a bit of fun. Oh yeah. It is time. So, Gojira definitely got a very good army there. I mean, Sotek's army wasn't bad either. It had answers against the large targets, but I think Gojira, he played pretty well with his front line. I mean, the champions did very well. The Buna on the Koroks Manrippers was absolute brutality. He had really good counter skirmishing with the Marauder Horsemen and the Horse Masters. Famir, double Goon Squad with the Worm and the Manticore. It was definitely quite solid, so I like that quite a bit. And yeah, Sotek's army wasn't bad. I think Gojira's was of a little bit better quality. Now, either of them could have won that game. There was a couple things that I think Sotek could have done to pull it back, but I still think that Gojira's army was probably a little bit better as far as auto-gens go. So we'll go ahead and update the scoreboard here. And there we go. No pirate jokes yet. It's coming. All right, let's go ahead and get the blocker. And change the map. 1-1. All right, guys. The time is now. Indie Pride, the Lord of Zechian Lord here. Oh, man, a pirate joke? I'm really excited for Vampire Coast. I'm really excited. It's going to be quite a bit of fun. Sigmar bless this Flash tournament. We are. This is going to be a fun one. We're only 30 minutes in, and we've already had some very entertaining games here. So we got to make sure they actually change the map. Chat decides factions. We'll let you guys choose. That's fine. All right, guys. So let us know what factions you... So apparently they want chat to choose. So what do you guys want to see? Just spam it in chat for not too long, just a minute or two. Colin V, thank you so much for the donation here. He says hashtag Team Indie Pride.
Yeah, boy.
Which I think is pretty great. Oh, yeah. We'll see. Indie Pride definitely quite experienced in the auto-gen game. But again, I've seen Gojira and Sotek play quite a few as well. So certainly there's no slouches here. Well, that's true, but the blocker is just kind of out of habit from the auto-gens. Plus, if you see your opponent's army beforehand, it can affect your deployment. Like, you might not take a Vanguard deployment if you see your opponent is going to be doing that. There still are variables and information you can gain from seeing someone's army, even in auto-gen, that can be advantageous for you in combat. So I think we're going to be... Yeah. All right, so we're seeing a lot of Dwarves, a lot of Skaven, a lot of Empire. Gojira and... Alturf outskirts. And we're gonna see what's going on here. It's almost showtime. I gotta fix the camera. Having some problems with it lately. There we go. Come on. Well, we already saw greenskins in the first game. Greenskins are definitely a risky auto-gen. So Sotek's going Dwarves versus Skaven. Dwarves versus Skaven, guys. I don't think anyone can complain about this. This is going to be pretty great. The classic, one of the classic grudge matches. I think Greenskins versus Dwarves is a little bit more iconic, but this one's quite good as well. So yeah. And what they're doing, it's really funny. They're like rolling the armies and then stopping at the same time, which is pretty great. Oh, Gojira got a good army, I think. Well, not much infantry. Not much going on in the way of infantry. Hold on one second. I gotta just let my dog out real quick. No, I haven't gotten a new camera, but to answer your question, I did get new lighting equipment. So, well, it's not like new, it's old. My parents actually had it because my parents are artists. So they have like lighting equipment for their studios. And it's just like a backlight. So it goes against the wall and just kind of illuminates the room a little bit. So it's not like so. There are 15 warp lightning cannons. You are not far from the truth. The Skaven actually have 3. So Gojira's army, he has 3 warp lightning cannons. Now, I would probably like to see him split up a little bit, like put one in each corner and force the dwarves to march after them. Now, Warp Lightning isn't as good against the dwarves as like a Plague Claw Catapult, for example, but it's still not bad. It has really good armor piercing, and yeah. I mean, if there is a Dwarf Lord on an anvil or something, the bonus first large will matter. He's got Scroll, which is very solid, but he doesn't have any of the items, which is a little bit unfortunate. He does have an Assassin as well, so those guys are ready to party. Now, his front line is an entire Skaven Slave Corps. Skaven Slaves across the entire front. A couple Clan Rats in the secondary line, Clan Rats with Spheres and Shields, so getting a lot of anti-large, which is a little bit unfortunate. On top of that, Rat Ogres, so we do have 1, 2, 3 Rat Ogres, 3 Warp Lightning Cannons, 1 group of Death Runners in the back, some Slingers as well against Gyrocopters. So Gojira definitely has some tools, but I mean, if there are any Gyrocopters, they're going to get gunned out of the sky so hard by those Warp Lightning Cannons. So, for the armies of the Great Lore Master of Sotek, they're 1-1 now, guys. This is for all of the marbles. Sotek definitely has, I think, a little bit of a better army. Like, I feel like he's going to be able to just march forward and kind of impose his will. In the front, he does have Dwarf Warriors, Longbeards, and Longbeards, Miners with Blasting Charges. He has Ungrim Iron Fist. Definitely going to be quite a bit of fun there. On top of that, he has a Bolt Thrower, he has an Organ Gun, and an Organ Gun. So double Organ Gun with a Bolt Thrower, double Iron Drake. So Iron Drake here, hammers. Man, this is a heavy Dwarf army. It's like... It's almost hard to believe that it's the same amount of points as that Skaven army. I mean, the troop quality is just so much better. Yeah, but the 2 Iron Drakes are going to be able to roast. I mean, one of them is a Skulder Guard. They're definitely going to do a ton of damage against the Rat Ogres. At least this one group will. And Ungrim's there. He's got the artillery pieces. On top of that, he does have a Gyrocopter with a Brimstone Gun. So that's going to be quite good. Death Runner's actually deploying off in the forest over here, so yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be quite a cockfight. Skaven Slave Spears versus Dwarves. I know. Skaven are a very risky autogen army. Because like all those Horde armies have like a ton of like chaff units that can waste a full slot, right? Dwarves are a little bit safer, I think, of an autogen pick. Because like their units are all pretty resilient, right? Granted, you can get really haggard things like Iron Drakes and overkill in artillery, but I actually think this army, like, if you took this army on a ladder and played like a random Skaven player, like, it wouldn't be bad. You have answers for like most things, right? Like it's really not bad at all. So I do feel a little bit bad for Gojira. He's definitely going to be the underdog here, but he still can win. He does have Skrolk, which is super good. He has Rat Ogres for armor piercing. The artillery could definitely snipe lords, as well as gyrocopters. So we're going to see what happens here. Yeah, we're going to see. So the armies of Gojira probably going to be staying put. It looks like the Warp Lightning Cannons are going to be just blasting the gyrocopters into oblivion. So Sotek right out of the gates is probably... These gyrocopter pilots are like, oh god. It's like, yeah, it's just going to be an absolute disaster for those guys. But definitely not a bad choice. Gojira just kind of taking those guys out. The rest of the Dwarf army is going to be advancing. And guys, they have the double organ gun. Those organ guns, if you can like get... Yeah, there's so much line of sight on this map though. I mean, he could position them like somewhere over here and like right here, and they could potentially do some good work. But the gyrocopters can be annoying to the Warp Lightning. So what you do, if you're facing Warp Lightning cannons, they turn very slowly. So you can simply just like fly circles around them, and it's going to waste a ton of their time. I would probably use the Warp Lightning Cannons when you can. Right now he doesn't have line of sight anyways, but I would probably use them to take out the hammers. And you can see that Gojira is going to be switching. He actually destroys an organ gun with one of them. So the organ gun gets taken out by the Warp Lightning Cannon. Very, very good play there. And the hammer is also taking quite a bit of damage. So Gojira knows he's not falling for that. He's going to be switching to the front line. And it looks like the Skaven Slave Slingers are going to be throwing some pebbles at the gyrocopters. Can't imagine too many ways to... A less shameful way to go down by, rather than Skaven pebbles here. But anyways, the Warp Lightning Cannons blasting the Dawi line here, just massacring a lot of these hammers, taking about 20 models off. Very, very nice. Now, the Skaven front line is going to crumble, like, extremely hard. It looks like one of the Warp Lightning Cannons is going after Ungram as well, and the Organ Guns are now shooting in. So the Organ Guns definitely going to be able to outgun these Warp Lightning Cannons, most likely, in a duelist situation. But Gojira, definitely very wise, is just going after the hammers. It's probably his best bet to go after these, but the Iron Drakes are going to be roasting Rat Ogres. I don't know what this Skaven army can do. I mean, Skrolk is going to have to just put a bunch of this battle on his back and just carry them into the sunset. He does have, like, Pestilent Breath and can summon some Vermintide, but yeah, like, as soon as these Clan Rats engage, any of these Dwarf Infantry, they're going to be, like, dead within, like, 15 seconds. It's going to be very, very rough. The Dawi Artillery is going to be advancing as well. The Organ Gun, it looks like it only has one down there, so it looks like Sotek or Gojira was able to outtrade in that respect. But here comes the fight of the fights. So the Gyrocopter is going to be shooting at the Rat Ogres, still getting some good value despite the Slingers. Gojira definitely needs to charge right now and try and create some separation. And oh man, the Warp Lightning Cannons are getting flattened by the Bolt Thrower. That is so brutal. So right here we have Clan Rats versus Dwarf Warriors. So Clan Rats do have more models, and they also have higher melee defense, which is interesting. But yeah, they're going to lose this fight. So the Dwarf Warriors are going to win in the long run. But the Rat Ogres do come piling in. Very good engagement here away from the flamethrowers. So the Iron Drake's roasting a couple of these Gutter Runners here. Pretty good play by Gojira. He's also able to summon some Clan Rats here to muck up the Dwarven charge. But aside from that, I mean, his army's like all Skaven slaves. I mean, the Warp Lightning Cannons are his bread and butter. It's about 3,000 gold, right, of the 12,400. And this one's dead from the Bolt Thrower play. Sotek, of course, knows that Bolt Throwers can snipe these very easily. The one on the far side is still operational. It has 2 pieces left. But yeah, like, there's no way. You can see the Dwarves have engaged in the front line. Miners of Blasting Charges doing their thing. The Assassin is actually doing really well. The Dwarf Warriors here are wavering for some reason. That's interesting. What are they wavering from? Ungram does come in with a full chub. The Trophy Heads are going to go down on him to make him a little bit squishier. Now, if Skrull could come over here and maybe assassinate Ungram, that could be something. But the Hammers in the front line, as their name infers, do hammer down those Skaven slaves. And now the Clan Rats are going to be forced to fight them. Rat Ogres and company are doing pretty well. But yeah, there's just... The Skulder Guard are shooting these Rat Ogres here. There's just Overwatch fire coming in from Organ Guns. There's 1 there. 3 there, as well as 3 full health Bolt Throwers in the back. So the Skaven are going to be buckling a little bit. The Dwarven Hammers are actually struggling a little bit against the Clan Rats here in the front line. This is an opportunity, though. The Trophy Heads has gone down. If Skrull can get on here and like help assassinate Ungram in a 2v1, that could potentially get him back in the game. I mean, the fight is going pretty bad. Like, anywhere where the elite Dwarven Infantry are fighting, it's going, you know, a little bit south. Rat Ogres are still in okay shape, but there's so much firepower coming in. The Organ Guns are shooting them. The Skulder Guard are shooting them. But the Death Runners, oh, check it out. So Gojira did get the Death Runners in the back line and was able to take these guys out. Now he's going to be going after the Iron Drakes. So this is exactly what Gojira needs to be doing. I mean, if he can kill these Iron Drakes and then rotate back and kill all 3 of these artillery, which are unprotected. I mean, he might be able to win this game. That very well could happen, guys. Wow, just beautiful stuff right here. So the Warplate and Cannon crews are out of pretty much out of steam right here. Bounce of Power is not looking bad for Gojira. It's actually a little bit in his favor. Some of the Plague Monks are going to be summoned as well. And the Death Runners, who would have thought? These Death Runners just snuck in the back line. They massacred the Skulder Guard, they took out the Iron Drakes, and now they're going to be going back here and having free range on the artillery. Now, thankfully for Lore Master at Sotek, there are some Dwarf Warriors back here, but if they don't see these rats and they're able to, you know, if they miss them, that's going to be catastrophic because this is so much money back here. Now, the main fight is actually looking really good for the Skaven all of a sudden. So Gojira has been rallying the Rat Ogres. The Dwarves, of course, have been winning wherever their Hammerers are fighting, but just through pure attrition. You can see that Ungrim does have the Red Ruin, and yeah, but Skrulkin, this assassin, might be able to finish him off. But somehow, some way, the Skaven with the backline flank are able to do a really good job. The Death Runners, unfortunately, are wasting time fighting the Dwarf Warriors here, but at this point, it doesn't matter. You can see that the Death Runners and the Rat Ogres are in the back line. And guys, it looks like somehow Gojira is probably going to win this game. I do not know how that happened. Like, his army was so bad. It was so bad, and somehow he was able to pull this one out. Ungrim Iron Fist getting very low versus Skrulkin, the Assassin. He's probably going to get taken out here in just a moment. Only 600 HP versus 1600, plus, you know, the Assassin has about 1,000. And Ungrim's putting up a good fight, though. He might be able to pop that Assassin. Some of the Slingers here, providing some Overwatch fire on the Hammers. I do not know how these Hammers took any damage. Like, maybe the Slingers are just kind of poking them down. But very good Pestilent Rebirth right here. So Gojira does summon some Plague Monks, which are going to be attacking into the back of these Dwarf Infantry. In the meantime, there is a battle back here. The Rat Ogres are going after the Organ Guns. I mean, just the slaves, and so many of these guys are just swarming forward. I do not know how he won this. Like, looking at the armies. But oh, look at this. Ungrim actually killed the Assassin, and now he's going to be chasing down Skrulk. Another good play by Gojira here. He's able to summon some Clan Rats on top of Ungrim, and it looks like Ungrim is going to be dragged down by the Rats, which is quite thematic for sure, going down swinging. The Warplate and Cannon crew even getting in and helping a little bit. These summoned Plague Monks aren't going to do it. I mean, they're going to do okay against Hammers because they do have a bonus for infantry, but again, Hammer's armor is just so fat. The Hammers should be able to win that fight, but the Skaven Slaves are just like throwing pebbles and just swarming. Just crazy, crazy games. This is what Autogen's all about, guys. So anyways, right here, Ungrim Iron Fist here is fighting as hard as he can, but the Clan Rats are probably going to drag him down, which is a very undignified way to go, I guess, when you really look at it. But I guess it's fulfilling a Slayer Oath. That's what he wants anyways, fighting a bunch of rat people. But, oh, that one Clan Rat with the prison shank in the back. And that is going to be it. The opponent was overrun by rats. That was crazy. I can't believe it. Ungrim getting shanked by a Clan Rat to end the battle. Oh my god. That was nuts. I can't believe that. Because this Skaven army was such trash. It was such trash. So I think what happened was the Death Runners. So the battle was going like in the Dwarves' favor in the front line, but then all of a sudden I kind of noticed that there was a bit of a lapse in firepower. I was like, wait, why are the Skaven rallying here? And then you look in the back line, and these Death Runners were in the back just chopping up the Iron Drakes, chopping up the Skulder Guard. They then went back and disrupted the artillery. I mean, that's a ton of gold. A ton of gold shut down. Now, the Warplate and Cannons at least got some kills. I mean, they weren't completely useless. But I did watch the UFC card last night. That was insanity, absolutely. But great work by Gojira, who is going to win this series in a 2-0 here, or a 2-1, excuse me. And he's going to be moving on to the finals to face the winner of Indie Pride and Job Plays. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming at all, guys. That was a crazy game. Hammers just got destroyed somehow. I mean, they got a lot of kills, but like I don't know what could have killed them. But I really think if there had been like one dwarf unit protecting the back line against the Death Runners, he would have been fine, I think. Like the Miners of Blast and Charges or something. So well played. Finals for Goji. All right, guys. That's going to be it. We're going to jump over to the next match here. Let's see if it's the lobby's up yet. It's going to be Indie Pride versus the Great Job Plays. And looks like it is. Just got to update the scoreboard real quick. I cannot wait for the Vampire Coast. All right, so let me go ahead and update the scoreboard here. We got to set the scores to 0, and we got to set it to 0. Indie Pride. Got to make it fit. Yes. Good, Anakin, good. First stop plays. All right, and we also need a screen blocker, just because, again, you still can scalp some intel there, which isn't... Start when ready. Maybe, maybe. You never know, Flying Dutchman, you never know. That was crazy. That was an insane match for sure. And also, just want to say shout out, big thanks to all of you guys who donated so far. Colin, Dov, Silver Skink, Jason, Denny, and we got Jamie, Greenblatt, Orlando, and Silver Skink again. So yeah, thank you guys so much. We got some hashtags, Team Indie Pride. We got some Team Dov in here. We got some Team Indie Pride. Yeah, man, that game was something of legend for sure. I cannot believe that the Skaven were able to pull out a win there. Gojira played like a champion. I mean, they both played well, but I mean, if I were Sotek, I would have made that same. I wouldn't have expected the Death Runners. Like, it's an autogen. Like, you see 3 warp lighting, right? You're gonna assume it's very expensive. Wow, this army is memey for Dov. This army is straight meme level. He doesn't have a caster. Well, at least he doesn't have to micro caster, right? What's up? What's up, Jesus? Hey, I noticed you, man. I know I'm stepping up the game. Quiet Storm. I've had that for a couple weeks. Yeah. Team Indie Pride, we got the hashtags in there. Oh, yeah. Will you make, hey Turin, will you make many dank thumbnails for the Vampire Coast? Oh, hell yeah. You guys have no idea. Valnir 19 with the 10 pounds, I believe, or is it 10? I'm still waking up. Got to contribute for the Skaven win. Thank you so much, man. And again, 25% of all on-stream donations will go to the winner. So yeah, you guys are crowdsourcing this here, which is always quite a bit of fun. And you get to see Chef Ainsley.
That's it.
It's always a worthwhile investment. So for the armies of Dov, he does have King Lewin, which is pretty good. On top of that, he does have a Paladin, so he has a pretty mean goon squad. Now, if Indie Pride, for example, lapses for a moment and he's able to be, sniped out. Oh my god, does he have Helm and Gorst? No, he has a Corpse Guard. Okay. And it looks like he does have the Red Duke on horseback, which isn't bad, actually. But anyways, for Dov plays, he does have King Lewin. He has a Paladin. He does have a Blessed Field Trebuchet. Oh my god, look at this. The Hex Race with the Vanguard right behind the Blessed Field Trebuchet. That is so funny. He has a Grove Reliquary. He's got 2 Men-at-Arms with Pull Arms. And aside from that, he's got the Companions. He's got Knight Errants. Knight Errants are actually the defenders of Fleur de Lis here. And he's got 2 Archers, Mounted Yeomen, and Pegasus Knights. So the Pegasus Knights probably going to be hunting down those Fellbats over there on the far side, which is going to be pretty crazy. Yeah. You guys want Wookiee? Do you accept fan art? Yeah, hell yeah, Jordan. If you got any fan art, I'll take it. Yeah. Hell yeah. And aside of that, I think that's pretty much it for Dov's army. I mean, he does have a Blessed Trebuchet. He's got Pegasus Knights. Those are probably the highlights of his army in terms of funny stuff. And for Indie Pride, he does have Fellbats. He's got some zombies in the front line. He does have Cairn Wraiths, which there's not too much. I guess there is some magic damage. I think the Companions do magic damage or something. Do they? We should probably check that. Nope, not a whole lot of magic damage over here for Bretonia, unless this is a Blessed Field Trebuchet, which it's not. It's actually just a standard Field Trebuchet. He does have some Angry Golems on the flank, so Crypt Ghouls. He did get the Stearnsman, though, so the Stearnsman could literally probably solo all of the Bretonian infantry. He's got a Graveguard with great weapons. He has a Necromancer with all the spells. Spearman in the back, Blood Knights, as well as the Red Duke, so that's not bad. He does have Hex Wraiths here, and it looks like he opted not to do that Vanguard deployment, which is probably a pretty good choice. Because, again, Bretonian Knights can smash pretty hard. Pegasus Knights actually do magic damage, so there is that to take into account. And they are the royal ones, so these guys are the heavy hitters. But I think there was Blood Knights over there for Indie Pride. Were there in the back? I think I saw some Blood Knights. Yeah, I mean, Indie Pride's army, I think, a little bit more kind of focused. Although King Lewin, Paladin, Pegasus Goon Squad could definitely do some heavy lifting, so there's some, kind of give and take here. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, man. We're going. We are going. Yeah, so for anyone joining, this is the second best of 3. We just finished the first one between Gojira and Sotek. And the winner of this will be going on to the finals to play against Gojira. So Gojira did win that last series 2-1. Those were some really good games, though, for sure. Fierce cockfights, to say the least. Fierce cockfights. Don't worry, Gabba, we'll get you in. This was actually just last night. I was just sitting on Discord with all 4 of the guys that you see right now. And I just jumped on. I was like, hey, I'm having an autogen tournament tomorrow. I just was like telling them. And all 4 of them at the same time were like, we'll play. And I was like, oh, well, I guess that's everyone who's playing it.
That's it.
Richie, thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you, thank you. Oh no, Misha, it was just totally random. Yeah. Thank you again. I'm sure the competitors will appreciate it as well as myself. And here we go. So the battle is underway. The Bretonnian Air Force is going to be flying forward. The Royal Pegasus Knights, of course, have some choice targets up here. They can go after the Felbats, but Indy Pride should probably just run the Felbats to the far corner of the map. That might not be a bad idea, but it looks like the Pegasus Knight's not going to be going balls deep. The Red Duke, of course, could shoot like a Gaze of Nagash or something, but it's probably not worth it. So far, Indy Pride doing some fat jukes right here, and it looks like Dob Plays does have the Flying Goon Squad. Now, running the Red Duke with the Blood Knights is definitely going to be pretty strong, and it looks like the Field Trebuchet is going after the Blood Knights. Oh, and he's going in on the Crypt Ghouls! And look at this, Dob Plays with the huge Royal Pegasus Knight charge. Holy sh! That did a ton of damage. My goodness. Look at that. That was just an absolute shrekking. I was not expecting that from the Royal Pegasus Knights. Anyways, King Lewin of the Paladin going over here. So Indy Pride was a little bit out of position with all of his cav, and Dob certainly capitalized on it. Got some free damage on the Angry Golems here, but oh, this could actually just be the game for Dob. If he like lets his red or King Lewin get caught up here, that could be just disastrous. So he's going to want to pull out through the back. There are some knights here kind of pinning him down, but he might need to charge in with the defenders. The Dob getting a little bit risky here. Indy Pride, of course, uses El Sif, which is a very good play. He also summoned some zombies in front of him, and the Trebuchets are shooting in here. Now, if Dov had some sort of a caster, that would have been so good, like Dweller's Blow or something. But it looks like, thankfully, King Lewin does get out, so the game's not going to be 100% over yet. That would have been really unfortunate. Royal Pegasus Knights could definitely get some freebies on the Crypt Ghouls again. The Trebuchet has shot in and done some decent damage against zombies and stuff. King Lewin is still having to run a little bit, though, so he might have to take a fight here, which I think is not ideal. But the Pegasus Knights do charge in. King Lewin might turn and fight. The Paladin's coming in. And this is a very risky fight because the Vampire army is very close by. The Peasant Archers definitely want to shoot up, scoot up and take some, pot shots here at the Blood Knights. But it looks like the Blood Knights and Hex Race are taking a lot of damage from the Royal Pegasus Knights. Over here we do have a bit of a duel between the King and the Duke. And unfortunately these Knight Errants are definitely in the wrong neighborhood. They're going to be taken out pretty bad here most likely. Blood Knight's still taking a lot, though. They've lost about 6 or 7 models. It looks like the Hex Race are pulling out and charging back in. So Bretonnia definitely taking quite a bit of damage on this engagement. Lewin and the Paladin should definitely retreat. I mean, whatever he can get out, he should at this point. So, yeah, I don't know. The defenders are pretty much gone. The companions, I think, are in reserve back here. It looks like he's actually using those to take out the Blessed Field Trebuchet, or the Felbats that are attacking the non-Blessed Field Trebuchet, which is a standard one. But King Louis definitely wants to get out. I would really like to see Dov go for maybe some rear charges in the back. There's some of these Crypt Ghouls. I think that would be pretty strong. I mean, having Lewin fight in here is a little bit risky, but I guess this rear charge is going to do a lot of damage. The zombie chaff there helping quite a bit. So Hex Race taking a lot from the magic damage of these Royal Knights here. But yeah, Lewin and the Paladin are holding really, really firm, actually, which is quite impressive. The Red Duke, of course, doing quite a bit of damage to Lewin. He is a very good duelist, but he is on horseback, so it's not going to be as strong. Indy Pride with another very good summon. So the zombies do muck up Lewin a little bit on the retreat, but it looks like Lewin is going to be able to pull out. That's what she said. And I would definitely really like to see these Royal Pegasus Knights just go after these ghouls in the back, or maybe fly over here and go after the Corpse Guard. Try and, spread Indy Pride out a little bit. But anyways, the Red Duke and the Hex Race are chasing down the King. He definitely wants to get out of here. In the back, the Companions do free up the Trebuchet, it looks like. And they're going to be charging in the front, so a nice Bretonnian charge on the Angry Golems. The Companions hit like trucks, so they should be able to melt those Crypt Ghouls pretty easily. But it looks like King Lewin's still being chased. I would definitely pull the defenders over here and get the Royal Pegasus Knights, because right now you kind of have all these units isolated. You have these Hex Race, and you have these Cairn Race. And yeah, you can see that right now Dov is going to be pulling in the Companions. The King needs to hold. He's shaken right now. He has LC on him. He's very, very squishy. And the Companions with the rear charge, the Pegasus Knights need to get over here. So Dov needs to force path them because their AI is pulling them back, most likely because one of them is trapped on the ground here. The Paladin does fall, but here comes the charge. Some zombies coming in as well, but the King does kind of escape. But the Royal Pegasus Knight charge definitely going to do some okay net magic damage, but the Duke is there. Hex Race are all but done, which is also quite strong. I don't know. I feel like Dov needs to utilize more of his army. He's being really conservative. Like, these guys could push up and fight. These Peasant Archers could be shooting at the Crypt Ghouls and things like that. I mean, there's a lot he could be doing here. Indy Pride is able to force off the Royal Pegasus Knights. Definitely quite a veteran of these auto-gen battles here. You can see he definitely knows the way. King Lewin's going to be falling back at this point. He's very beat up. So Indy Pride is going to be seizing the initiative here. He does have the Companions a little bit compromised, just swarmed by zombies. Now the rest of his armies are going to be pushing forward. Looks like Knight Errants in the back are doing some decent cleanup on some of the chaff units. I'll be good to go after the Corpse Cart right there, I would imagine. Pegasus Knights are still in good shape. Bounce of Power does favor Indy Pride just a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know. The Companions are holding, but the Cairn Race are going to do probably do okay against him. Imagine with some armor piercing. Mounted Yeomen were forced to fight in melee, but Dov has been so conservative with his back line. Like, he's been keeping these halberds back here forever. King Lewin, he's kind of flying overhead. I mean, I think he's just trying to like drag the vampires through like a layered conflict, very similar to like how the dwarves would play. But I mean, I feel like they're pretty healthy, and there's still invocations of Nehek probably available to the Red Duke. But yeah, it's gonna be tough, guys. Peasant Archer's taking some shots in, gonna be going after some of the race right here, and it looks like the companions, they should definitely fall back and just play really defensively here. I mean, I guess he's just trying to slow down the tide. King Lewin, of course, does have the beloved son of Bretonia, so he's going to be healing up. Royal Pegasus Knights, just kind of like vultures in the back, looking for something to strike and take out here. The Angry Golems are pushing in. The Halberds, definitely going to be able to hold, but the Sternsman here is like in perfect health. Indy probably just has such a like meaty army here. I mean, I guess it's mostly zombies and stuff, but the Sternsman and the Karen Race definitely quite strong. Blood Knights coming in. The Companions are going to countercharge a little bit, but oh, very, very good play by Indy Pride. So he actually pulls back, but I guess that was probably because of the collapse from the Knight Errants. And the Pegasus Knights coming in, Lewin coming in. Oh, and all of a sudden, Dov with a very good catch. So Dov is able to catch the Blood Knights in the back line, but Indy Pride collapses immediately with the Karen Race. Red Duke and the Corpse Guard are coming in as well. The Red Duke definitely should summon some zombies like right here in the back, and it looks like he's going to be doing that. Unfortunately, Dov didn't get a caster this game because it is auto-gen, right? So it's going to be a little bit tough. So King Lewin goes down. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for Dov. King Lewin just getting the business. Elsif going down again. The Peasant Archers are shooting. The Halberds are fighting in the back, but I definitely would have liked to have seen those guys. You know, and I think that Dov had a lot of opportunities to snipe out things from Indy Pride's army, but he kind of just kept committing to those big fights, which I think was a little bit risky considering the Blood Knights and Elsif and things like that. Some of the Angry Golems are pushing into the back line. They're probably going to get on this Blessed Trebuchet crew, which does have 106 kills. And yeah, looks like the Vampire counter probably going to take game one. Pretty much all Dov has are going to be some Halberds, as well as a Grail relic here. And yeah, looks like King Lewin's going to break. So that's game one for Indy Pride and Milk and Cookies Total War. The one of the forefathers of the Trials of Tzeentch format, as he calls it. I usually just call it autogen, but well played there. Well played. Definitely could have gone either way. Dov had some really good picks initially, but I think some of those fights where Lewin got trapped were definitely not in favor there. So we got to get the scoreboard going for the Indy Pride of Milk and Cookies Total War, and that's going to be it. Oh, got to put on the screen blocker. That's right. Sorry, there's a little bit of lag. Notice that. All right, here we go. Game two, boys. It's all part of Dov's plan. We'll see. All right, so we'll take some chat now. Todd with a donation, $5. He says, I'm at work, but I wanted to add to the prize pool. Let's go, Mets. All right, man. Todd, well, hopefully this helps you get through work. Really appreciate the donation. We're going balls deep today, guys. We have this hot autogen action. Going to be quite a bit of fun. We still have the whole finals ahead of us. 5 autogen games. Indy Pride coming out with a very convincing victory here. So now they're going to be picking their next factions. And I think Troll Country was the first map. Let me go ahead and make sure they switch the maps this time. I want to make sure there's no shenanigans here. Yeah, Sotek was just messaging me. He's like, those plague monks are swarming. All right, so the maps are... let's see here. Troll Country. Altdorf Outskirts. Okay. Yeah, they can play whatever map they want. Altdorf Outskirts. I mean, I think for future autogens, we'll just let them pick maps. All right. Still Team Dov. All right. Dov, you better not let us down. Yeah, we'll see autogen tournaments every now and then. I mean, I don't want to do it every week because it should be like kind of a special thing. But autogen for everything. Everything. Okay, we got Wookiee blocking. Yeetus. If we donate, should we get some tasteful lewds of Turin? How would you guys want you know, it would be really funny if we had a Total War YouTubers like calendar, like a seasonal calendar. We could get like, you know, you have all the guys in the tournament. You get Indy Pride, you get Italian Spartacus. It would just be absolute madness. Oh my gosh. Pretty triggered after Dov says he's triggered after that first game. Oh. Here, we'll give Dov some words of encouragement. Believe. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think random maps would be pretty fun too, but there's so many like unbalanced maps. I want to at least have like the maps be decent. Wookiee is my great unclean one. Oh hell yeah, I love hot dogs. I would be July. I would be like wearing an American flag tracksuit eating like hot dogs. Bubba Bricks, thank you so much for the donation. Dov paid me to pay to win. All right. Let's see. So we got Chaos from Indie Pride. We're going to see what Dov Plays is going to be switching to here.
That's it.
Streamlabs donations do appear as a Velociraptor, but sometimes I miss those ones because it doesn't appear in YouTube chat, and my laptop is like has a pretty small screen. But yeah, they do appear. It should have a Velociraptor appear and say thank you. Oh my god. You guys want the Wookiee. We'll get him a little bit later. An Italian bald Italian as like Manfred. Wood Elves versus... Oh, Dov got a better army. Dov got a better army. He has the tools. He has the tools. He's got a Way Watcher. He's got a Caster. He's got, I think, a Dragon. Like a Glade Lord on a Dragon. He's got some Wildwood Rangers. Yeah. Hey, no problem, Ryan. That works totally fine for me. Wookiee is a great screen blocker. We'll use him every week. Yeah, Wookiee's pretty old. He's like 11 or 12. Yeah. We rescued him. So we rescued Wookiee from Utah, from a shelter out there. And I was in California, so we actually had Wookiee flown out here. Because I just saw him online, and I was like, oh my god, that dog looks like so decrepit and sickly. I want to rescue him. Plus, I love ugly, like flat-faced dogs. So we had Wookiee flown out, and they said he was 2 years old, but when we took him to the vet like a couple days later, they're like, yeah, he's probably like 5 or 6. So now he's like 12, like probably 11, 12, 13 in that range. Nobody really knows how old he is. Yeah. Anna, oh, Anna, that's the best one. That my lovely wife coming up with the winner right there in shadow for December as Luscious Santa. Oh my god. Dov paid me to pay Bubba Bricks for Dov to win. Oh my god, it's getting so convoluted now. Well, he was in a shelter in Utah, so he quite literally was rescued from Utah.
Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Faust, thank you so much for the donation, my dude. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, Wood Elves. Wood Elves versus Chaos. Now, typically, I think this matchup favors Chaos, but again, in Autogen, pretty much all balances out the window. Dov does have a Glade Lord on a Dragon. He has Deepwood Scouts, Way Watchers, huge AP there. Blade Riders with the Hagbane Tips. He's got the Firebark Elders and a Beastcaster, so he does have Flock of Dooms and things like that, which are pretty good against Chosen, actually. And for his Infantry Corps, he has Wildwood Rangers. So he has 2 of those. He's got 2 Eternal Guards, so he's got plenty of armor piercing. He's got Dryads in the back. That's probably going to be his weakest pick. So I actually really like this army from Dov. I feel like it's not bad at all. So pretty cool stuff. And for Indie Pride of Milk and Cookies Total War, he does have a front line of Chaos Warriors, Marauders, more Chaos Warriors. Definitely going to struggle a little bit against Wildwood Rangers, but they'll give it right back. He does have the Weird Spawn. So the Weird Spawn are the Regiment of Renown of Chaos Spawn, and they do have Armor Sundering, so that's pretty cool. On top of that, we do have Aspiring Champions here. We have a Hell Cannon in the back, which is going to force the Wood Elves to engage, most likely. And also Chaos Warriors with Halberds in the back. We do have the Swords of Chaos and Archaon. Oh my god, the meme dream is being lived. The meme dream is being lived. We have Archaon and the Swords of Chaos riding dirty together. On top of that, Marauder Horsemasters and an Exalted Hero on the ground. Wow. Wow, that is some insanity here, guys. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. All right. Well, also a big thanks to all of you guys joining today. We got a pretty big stream. We got 957 folks on. So I just want to take a moment to thank all of you guys for joining and supporting, and just watching, enjoying, treating yourself. It all helps out and contributes to the channel, so I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, so we're just going to wait now. Swords of Chaos with Archaon. I mean, they will do pretty good against the infantry, like the Wildwood Rangers and stuff like that. And he can chase down the missile units. The Way Watchers definitely have the potential to burn them down, but Indie Pride, quite a fierce veteran of the Autogen here. You can see him lurking with his Hell Cannon. The Hell Cannon is probably going to take a pot shot at the Dragon. I mean, you can shoot at the Dragon. They are kind of heat-seeking a little bit. You think this... I actually don't think this will be an easy victory for the Wood Elves. I really think that Chaos has some tools here. I mean, the Wood Elves definitely have a little bit of a better army, but I still think that Archaon plus, like, if Dov screws up like once and lands his dragon and Archaon and the swords are able to get him, oh my god, the first Hell Cannon shot. Going in hot. Oh, and he nails the Glade Lord. He nails him. A direct hit. Oh my god, and there's no healing either, so every shot. Okay, so what Dov is going to do is he's going to go forward with the Glade Lord, and he's probably going to use a breath attack. Oh, another direct hit. Oh my god, this is just anarchy. There are some Marauder Horsemasters who need to come over here and start attacking this Glade Lord. They need to kind of put pressure on it. That shot is a bit of a swing and a miss. Oh my god, the memes. And it looks like the Glade Guard are going to be pushing forward as well. And the Marauder Horsemasters are going to get a lot of damage here. Direct hit, direct hot. Can't speak right now, my brain is just not working. But the Glade Lord very low, breath attack's going down. It's probably going to one-shot the Hell Cannon. Does it hold? Oh, and it holds! That is so bad for Dov. It's just going to blast him in the face again. Does it have any crew members left? It does. Oh, man. So, yeah, look at this. His dragon is taking so much damage. It is getting dumpstered by this Hell Cannon and the Horsemasters. So, Chaos coming in. Dov's army's going to have to move out eventually. I'll make sure to tell him in chat if he doesn't. So, I mean, both of them will. But the Hell Cannon, Marauder Horsemasters, able to get this Glade Lord down by like 40%. Some skirmishing on the other side coming in with the Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips, but yeah, both players are engaging right now, so technically they are following the rules. Big thanks for the donation for Sean. Hey dudes, long time watcher. Big shout out to all YouTubers I watch that help keep some of my favorite games alive. You guys rule. Thank you, Sean. Really appreciate it. The Glade Lord's got the moves. I would definitely get the Marauder Horsemasters and just chase it. I mean, you could bring this thing really low. Indy Pride definitely has, you know, and the whole time that's happening, he's going to be having to, like, you know, micro to avoid the Hell Cannon shot. So I definitely think just get in there with those Horsemasters, give them the business, and just screen out these Glade Riders with some shields. You're not really going to have too many problems here. So the Marauder Horsemasters here, looks like another breath attack coming down. He does get the Hell Cannon, but not before it does half HP on this Glade Lord here, which is good. Indy Pride definitely should just be hot in pursuit. Just chase this thing down. Like, does he have any other hounds? I mean, the Swords of Chaos can probably chase down the Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips. And the Marauder Horsemasters can chase down the Glade Guard here. So, yeah, I would probably just chase a little bit if I were him. And Logan, take my money for Italian Spartacus October for the calendar. Also in hopes that there are some Filthy Rats. There were Filthy Rats, actually. One of the best games we've had so far was with the Filthy Rats. So, that was earlier, man. Make sure to go back and watch that, which you can right now, actually. So, the Hell Cannon is pretty much done. Indy Pride might as well advance at this point. He knows... He doesn't know where Dov's army is right now because everything over there is pretty much hidden. So, you know, both players are going to have to advance here. You can see, though, I mean, Indy Pride getting his money's worth. I would say losing the Hell Cannon was probably worth it for the amount of damage he got on the Glade Lord here. Now he's just going to be pushing forward. Dov will be coming out to meet him. You can see his army's going to be moving up, it looks like. I think he's moving out of the forest. And, yeah, I mean, he should. I mean, I guess he wants to optimize his skirmishing, which is fair. So the Way Watchers and Deep-Put Scouts are going to push up. Swords of Chaos definitely could catch those guys. And, yeah, the Glade Riders with Hagbane tips are going to be able to out-skirmish Horsemasters simply because of their range. They have 150 range against, like, 90. Or, yeah, 90 of the Horsemasters. So that's pretty good. So the Warriors of Chaos are going to be pushing. The Swords of Chaos are going to be leading the charge. They do have bronze shields, and the Glade Riders with Hagbane tips are pretty much out of ammo now. But yeah, I still like the idea of harassing the dragon up here with the skirmishers. The Marauder Horsemasters definitely paying their due. So here comes the first volleys. So Swords of Chaos might just go balls deep here. Good micro by Indy Pride. He reacts immediately. So as soon as those missiles come out of stock, he pulls back. He's able to avoid a lot of that firepower. Now, the Deepwood Scouts got a couple decent shots here, but yeah, I don't know. He could just send up the Exalted Hero, actually, just to kind of like push and be a sponge. But yeah, that Glade Lord is really low. There is no healing, guys. And he probably is doing a really good job of kind of staying calm despite the fact that there's like a ton of skirmishing going on and everything. So the Warriors of Chaos are going to be advancing right now. The Marauder Horsemasters probably going to be getting a little bit more poke action. Here comes another volley, most likely. Are they going to get it off? Looks like a lone spear does sail past the dragon. But right now, the Warriors of Chaos are going to be advancing. And it looks like Dov still kind of remaining hidden in the forest back here. He's really wanting to optimize his missile skirmishers and everything like that. So where are the Witch Hunters when you need them? I don't know. Anyway, Swords of Chaos could potentially get some crawling going on. There is going to be some beast magic. Oh, is that going to be a... What is that going to be? Is that a complete miss? I think that Indy Pride actually just dodged that spell. And anyways, the Chaos Infantry are going to be pressuring the archers here. I mean, the Glade Lords took 300 damage since last we looked. So the Hagbane tips might be going in here. It's a little bit risky. Oh, they're charging in, but this is totally fine. So Indy Pride actually falls back behind the Chaos Warriors. Beautiful play here. I mean, his micro is on point. They're going to take some losses from those. The Swords of Chaos and the other troops probably should just advance, like, and maybe go after these archers right now. But the Chaos Warriors actually dragged down a couple of those Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips. So not only did Indy Pride bait magic out of Dov, but yeah, I mean, he was able to avoid that really, really well and keep his skirmishers relatively healthy. So the Wood Elves are going to be advancing here in just a moment. Of course, they're both following the King's Cup rules here and everything. So Dov's trying to win the War of Attrition. He does land here with the Glade Lord, but look at that. Every time he lands, he's taking damage. And you know what? Indy Pride could also shoot. Oh, no. Oh, Dov, you're in trouble. The Swords of Chaos coming in with the rear charge. Oh, and they get a bunch of damage. They actually get like 100 damage there. Archaon coming in with the charge as well. I think Dov might just lose this game. Oh, and it looks like there's going to be a Summon Manticore as well. A Fireball from Archaon would be epic, burning that guy down. Plus now the Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips are fighting against the Swords of Chaos, which is going to be an absolute disaster. I mean, I hope Indy Pride casts a Fireball. I would just have such a full chub if he did that. Just a fat Fireball. Fireball? I don't know what that is. Anyways, yeah, he does have it. He has the full kit of the Lore of Fire here. It looks like a Breath Attack going down on the Swords of Chaos, which is a little bit of a hit. But yeah, the Manticore, the Summon Manticore for Dov plays is getting beat up pretty bad. A single Fireball could probably break off this Glade Lord. Come on. Come on, Indy Pride. Come on, Indy Pride. Do it. I believe. So far the Warriors of Chaos, I think, are in a pretty advantageous position. It's going to be tough to deal with all those infantry for the Wood Elves back here. The Wildwood Rangers are pretty strong. But, I mean, I think Chaos Warriors plus Archaon, if he's able to get, like, a Burning Skull or something. Here it comes. Here comes the Fireball. Must be. Oh, but it looks like he's falling back. Oh, Archaon with the Fireball. Come on. Do it. It looks like he was casting it, but somehow it got, like, canceled or something. But it looks like here it comes again. And the Fireball of the Gods. Here it comes. Archaon with the Fireball. Oh, don't hit the tree. Oh, the Glade Lord is sitting still. Oh, and he gets hit. He's at 186 HP. -2 leadership. He is so close to being dead. And it looks like the Pharaoh Manticore in the distance is just being kited off into the Shadow Realm. So right now, the missile units are going to be shooting at Chaos Warriors with shields and stuff, which is fine. But at this point, it's looking pretty good. Swords of Chaos are, you know, somewhat healthy. They're hiding amongst the trees, so that's pretty good. And I think that Indy Pride is starting to get an inkling that there's some stuff over here. There's some dudes hidden in the forest. But the Pharaoh Manticore is kited, so another great play right there. I mean, he basically just wastes that Winds of Magic. Archaon with one more Fireball. Honestly, I think you should go for it. Just save up your Winds of Magic for a second, go after the Fireball. Now, the Chaos are getting very close to these missile units here. Unfortunately, the Weird Spawn and the other guys are getting dragged through the mud a little bit. And it looks like the Marauder Horsemasters are actually going to charge the Glade Riders. Now, they are much better in melee than Glade Riders, like, far superior unit. But there is a caster over here. Archaon definitely needs to swoop in right here. There is a free, buttered-up kill right here, just waiting to be had. Yeah, archers are being pulled back. Now, the Wood Elf Infantry, I would imagine. Oh, did he break? The Glade Lord is broken. Potentially off the battlefield. In the back, there are some Glade Guards. Oh, and the Fireball! Oh, and the Fireball kill! Indy Pride with the Fireball snipe with Archaon. What a hero. That was beautiful. I think he just earned the title of the People's Champ with a Fireball snipe on the Wood Elf Lord. Oh, that was beautiful. Great play by Indy Pride and Milk and Cookies Total War. Sniping out that dragon with the Fireball from Archaon. That was absolute insanity. So right now, Archaon is going to be going after the Spellsinger. A very good Flock of Doom from Dov. Now the Wood Elf trap has to be sprung here in just a moment, because obviously the Wood Elves can only hide for so long. I think Indy Pride knows that there's some treachery over here in the forest. But regardless, he's just picking apart Dov's elite forces. God, that was awesome. What a beautiful cast. Anyways, Archaon is going to be going after the caster here, the Spellsinger with the Lore of Beasts. And, he definitely shouldn't slip up on this. He needs to keep Archaon in that caster. Like, that's such a free kill right there. The Wood Elves are getting some really good Overwatch fire. They do have quite a firing squad over there in the forest, but Archaon is kind of like riding circles around this caster, which is really annoying. And that's partially because the Marauder Horsemen are like mucking it up a little bit. So, is he going to get it? She might be able to slip away. Anyways, Dryads are going to be engaging. Finally, Job plays. He's going to spring his forces from the forest. He's going to be trying to bait them into these Wildwood Rangers and stuff. So, the 360 no-scope. Yeah. Brutal stuff. Chaos Marauders right here are going to be charging the Glade Riders. Oh, this is so bad. Glade Guard with Hagbane tips are going to get cut to pieces. Archaon, the Lord of the End Times, charges in. And he's going to be cleaving some skulls for the... Well, I don't know. I don't think Archaon actually aligns with any of the Chaos. He's like definitely undivided, so we'll just say for the Dark Gods, except Slanesh. I don't think he likes Slanesh and Lore. I don't really remember. Sotek probably knows. Anyways, the Marauders doing very well. Some Dryads pouring in. You can see the Wildwood Rangers pouring in as well. Spellsinger with the Lore of Beasts. We have Wildwood Rangers, which will chop up Chaos Warriors pretty efficiently. They have really, really good armor piercing. But again, they're quite squishy in their own right. They only have 40 armor and, not the best defensive stats. There is going to be an Exalted Hero. I would like to actually see him go after the caster, but it looks like Archaon and the boys are going to be trying to overload this flank. Archers are falling back, but the Chaos Marauders definitely put a bit of a dent in those guys. Somehow, some way, the bounce power is still even now. Indy Pride is getting his elite units focused on very heavily by the missiles. You can see the Weird Spawn are very beat up. The Swords of Chaos are very beat up. Oh, and a Burning Skull going down the Wood Elf formation, tearing them up. Definitely doing some very good work against the Wildwood Rangers. But the Aspiring Champions and the Chaos Warriors definitely not in the best situation. I mean, those Wildwood Rangers doing a huge amount of work right now on these Chaos Warriors in terms of HP. The Exalted Hero has gotten in the back line, and it looks like he's just going to be chopping up some missile units. Archaon with Flaming Sword of Ruin in the front line. But the bounce power is still pretty even, despite the fact that Dov has lost his dragon. Because again, there was a Hell Cannon loss for Indie Pride, like in the very beginning of the game, and this could certainly go either way. Yeah, this could go either way. I mean, the Dryads here are broken. That's going to open up the floodgates because all of these just chubby, angry Chaos Warriors are going to be rushing into the back line right now. Exalted Hero is also in pretty good shape. Archaon is like just full on hunting these Wood Elf archers now, which he probably shouldn't be doing because they're all out of ammunition anyways. I would definitely like to see Archaon with like a rear charge right here. The Wildwood Rangers and Eternal Guard are holding. The Firebark Elders are going to be very tough to kill. And Dogplace is going to get a very good Flock of Doom, so he's been just on point with that. Now, the Swords of Chaos getting focused down. Only a couple left, 124 HP, 123. Dogplace staying pretty disciplined, despite the fact that there's been a couple pretty brutal setbacks here. Archaon charging through some of these guys, and the Weird Spawn are going after it as well. Oh my god, the Weird Spawn. Might want to put those guys in the front, but honestly, the missiles are out of ammo now. But a collapse coming in, so Chaos Warriors ignoring the missile units. Very good play by Indie Pride, realizing that they're not really a good target back there because they're completely out of ammo. And the Exalted Hero should probably come in here as well. But here he's able to get the caster, so when Indie Pride kills his Beast Caster, if he does, oh, it looks like it slips away from Archaon, but Archaon's hot in pursuit. He's definitely ready. Yeah, and that's right, the Firebark Elders have fire resist, and they also give nearby units fire resist. You can see the aura there. That is so funny. Oh my god, so the Burning Skull is not going to be doing as much. Okay, that explains why it didn't just melt those guys. But anyways, the surround is pretty good. Eternal Guard taking some damage, Chaos doing their thing, but this is a close fight. I mean, there's still a full health group of the Wildwood Rangers here. The Weird Spawn are going to be charging in. Archaon needs to just get in here and start doing as much HP damage as he can. I mean, he's probably not going to catch that Beastcaster. And if he keeps chasing that Beastcaster, he's probably going to lose the fight elsewhere. Oh my gosh, Archaon, what are you going to do? He's having a little bit of trouble. The Firebark Elders are actually able to provide that fire resistance, which is just doing a ton of work. Over here, the Wildwood Rangers are a little bit beat up. Exalted Hero is fighting as well. And the Wood Elves do have a little bit of missile pressure backline. Chaos has nothing else. I mean, they have these Chaos Dwarves coming in, which are going to be waddling. So, Halberds and the Chaos Infantry kind of being chopped up by the Wildwood Rangers. Definitely a very good role in the autogen. But yeah, this is a little bit of lag now. Hopefully not too much lag, guys. Anyways, Archaon, yeah, is just riding the back line, trying to cause some disruption, but I honestly think that Dogplace is somehow going to pull this one out. I mean, he did do some really good focus fire on a lot of the elite Chaos forces, but the Wildwood Rangers plus the Firebark Elders against Lord of Fire, definitely very strong here. And now you can see it's actually going to be a bit of a mass rout. Archaon is still around somewhere, yeah. It looks like he's going after the archers back here. Yeah, I don't know, he doesn't have enough stopping power. The Exalted Hero is going after the caster here. And it does get a karate chop, but the caster actually bowls him over. And yeah, Archaon can't win this. Wow, Chaos actually gets buckled. We're going to be going to a game 3. Yeah, the Flaming Sword makes it worse. That's right. Oh my, yeah, the arrows obliterated the Weird Spawn. So yeah, that's it. There's no way that Archaon can solo that entire blob. I mean, he's going to try. Indie Pride's going to be trying to get this caster here going out like a champ, but the caster actually jukes him out and runs into the blob. So as far as Chaos troops go, there's some Chaos Dwarfs. There's some rallying infantry. The bounce power is in Dov's favor at this point. Crazy game, absolutely. Let's see what's going on up here. Yeah, they're both attacking. Dov was asking about the attacking rule here. And we got the Exalted Hero. He's broken off, and wow. The Wood Elf horde in the forest, they were able to do pretty well there. I mean, the Chaos Infantry are coming back in. But I mean, despite the bounce power being close, that's only because Archaon is alive. And another good Flock of Doom. I think the Flock of Dooms from Dov were really, really powerful this game. They did a ton of work. And the Wood Elves are trying to chase off the Exalted Hero, which is a pretty good choice. Just get him off the battlefield. He's still a power player. Can do some good damage against this blob here. Archaon, on that same note, is going to be chasing down Dryads. I'm not sure what he's going to do. He doesn't have any like super powerful abilities. He could be saving up for like a Burning Skull or something like that. I think that's probably going to be his best bet. Yeah. Wow. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I can't believe it. I really thought the Wood Elves were in trouble here, but I guess the infantry were just too strong for them, which is something you don't really hear often, right? But the Wildwood Rangers, plus a combo with the Firebark Elders getting the fire buff against the Lord Fire Archaon is pretty good. Oh, man. And Indie Pride's going to be charging in with Archaon and probably going to his doom because there's a ton of AP and anti-large here and everything. Well played, well played. Great battle. So we're going to game 3 between Indie Pride and Dob Plays. I can't believe that. Yeah, killing the Swords of Chaos. I mean, Indie Pride maybe could have kept the Swords of Chaos back if he had maybe been super conservative with them, but even still, there's a ton of AP here. I mean, it looks like Indie Pride's going to be going after the caster. Or maybe he's waiting for his Exalted Hero to get in there. I think that's what it is. So he charges in. He gets a decent little attack there on the Spellsinger with the Lore of Beasts. The Firebark Elders and everyone else are going to be piling in. And that's going to be that. There's no way that Archeon can win this. Yeah, guys, so for anyone who's joining, I see we have some new faces. This is an auto-gen tournament. It's 2 best-of-3s followed by a best-of-5 finals. This is the second best-of-3 between Indie Pride and Dob Plays. Indie Pride won the first game with the Vampire Counts versus Bretonnia. And this game is most certainly going to be a victory for Dob Plays. I mean, losing the Hell Cannon early, definitely 2,000 gold out the window. And the Swords of Chaos being focused down by the skirmishing of Dob was definitely quite solid. And, yeah. Man, she snuck out of this round from Archeon in the weird spawn. Feels bad, man. GG. Yeah, he was able to get away, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, that Fireball from Indie Pride was a thing of beauty. Yeah, the Swords of Chaos just suck. And also, he didn't pick the Swords of Chaos, if you're asking why they're worth it or whatever. These are all auto-gen, so they click the auto-generate button to get their armies. It's completely random. This entire tournament is that. So it's kind of like forcing players to play with unorthodox picks and also then, you know, just adapt, right? Now, there is a method to being really good at auto-gen, and the method is picking the right factions. There's some factions that are just way better, and Wood Elves typically aren't the best in auto-gen, actually, in my experience, but Dob was able to make that work. Yeah, no choice. I don't need any more espressos. I had enough coffee today. All right. So both games today. And our initial best of 3 is going to game 3. Final match. Who's going to win? Let's hear it for Team Dob and Team Indie Pride. Who do you guys think is going to do it, huh? Let's see here. I'm going to double check the map. And we're going to go in and give them the map. The Empire for Dob. Wow. Wow. That army is something else. You guys are getting a little bit of a sneak peek here because he did it before I put up the blocker, but you guys have seen the glory. No rules for faction picking. I mean, because typically balance is an issue, and that's why you blind pick, but it doesn't really matter here. I mean, counter picking, who cares? It's like, it's just auto-gen. And everyone here is kind of friends anyway, so. Yeah. Team Indie Pride, Team Dob. All right. I like it. Go Indiana. I want to say Dob, but I think Indie Pride takes it. Well, we'll see what faction Indie Pride picks. I feel like Indie Pride is going to pick... No, what can he pick? What does he like to... Lizardmen Autogen. Now, Empire does have a lot of powder. All right, here we go. Here we go, baby. Oh, yeah. Dinosaurs versus guns. Who doesn't like this? Oof. Let's loosen up the old shoulders. Do some stretches. Dob is very good at Empire. The Empire is risky because you get a lot of crappy artillery sometimes. Oh, man. Here we go. He picked the dinosaurs who are lightly armored, so the cannons that you guys saw are going to be quite good. Okay, guys, here we are. So, for the armies of Dob Plays. Double Hellstorm Rocket Battery. He has double Hellstorm Rocket Battery. That is quite cool. I don't know about that. On top of that, we do have the Empire Captain. He's going to be joined by Karl Franz, so definitely a bit of a goon squad here, which would be very good at taking out Slans and heroes and things like that. He does have 2 handgunners as well, so definitely plenty of tools against dinosaurs. Double handgunners plus outriders. That is a heavy armor piercing kit right there. So I really think that Dob has all the tools in regards to his powder weaponry. He does also have Empire Knights to charge some of the lower tier infantry. He's got halberds, greatswords, halberds, swordsmen, and halberdiers. So a really good army here for the Dob man, I think. And look at Indie Pride with the deployment of the Pterodon Riders with the Fire Leech Bullets back here. That's pretty great. So yeah, I don't know. I think that Dob's army is really good. I mean, a ton of halberds, a ton of powder. Pretty much has everything you need against dinos. And for the forces of Indie Pride, he's got a Slime Mage Priest with the Lord of Heavens, which isn't a bad pick. Got a Skink Chief with a little dart gun here. And on top of that, we got a Bastillodon. We got a Feral Bastillodon. We do also have Croxagores. So Kroxigors here are not going to be very good here. They don't have any targets. I mean, I guess there's some greatswords. If you can get those on the greatswords, that could be pretty strong. Saurus warriors with shields and spears, and some temple guard on the far side. Chameleons, regular skinks. He's got a Slan mate, Slan priest, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I think the battle might slightly favor Dov. Slightly. Ever so slightly. Oh, man. Indy's army is pretty good, but I think Dov has like a ton of halberds and guns. It's like so good against dinos. But again, the Saurus are going to be pretty strong. But yeah, I don't know. I like Dov's army quite a bit. The thing about Dov's army, though, is he doesn't have magic. So that could come back to bite him. This Imperial army decided not to bring magic today. They're like, nope. None of that witchcraft. Jacob, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Glory to Sigmar. I agree, dude. I agree. We'll put it towards the Total War YouTubers calendar. I wonder who we could actually get to be in that calendar. That would be so funny. We could also just Photoshop people, like put their heads on things, because yeah. Dov is, I mean, the corner of the map is actually really far away. On this map, like corner camping would be like right here. So I mean, it's on this map, it's not as big of a deal. We're gonna see. They both want to win this, obviously, so they're both taking their time with deployment. Because there actually is some prize money at stake here because of your guys' generous donations today. Yeah, there's and Dov actually put in $10 of his own money, so he's so confident that he's going to be trying to win his own money back. So the Pterodon Riders immediately see the situation. They're going to be scouting out the Hellstorm rocket batteries. There are handgunners which can turn and shoot them, and the Helmine rocket batteries are going to be shooting in at the skinks, which is going to do some massive damage over time. Right here, you get some decent shots here, taking out a couple of these skinks. The toilet seat Slan is going to be pushing forward. I mean, the dinos need to charge forward here. And we have, on the far side, Feral Cold Ones attacking Outriders. Oh, beautiful stuff. Indy Pride actually gets a huge charge, and those dinosaurs tear up those Outriders. That is a huge, huge loss. If he's able to break those guys, they have 18, 12 leadership, 70 speed against 84. They're probably going to get away, but very, very nice stuff by Indy Pride there. In the meantime, he does get the Pterodon Riders, and he actually attacks the Hellstorm rocket crew. And then pulls back. So that was some really, really good stuff there. Dov does respond with the heavy cav, the Empire Knights. So he might lose a couple Pterodon Riders, but nonetheless, I think that was worth it. So initial engagements going in the favor of Indy Pride a little bit. His Saurus are taking a lot of damage, though, from those artillery pieces. Kroxigors definitely need to get on the Greatsword. That's going to be the name of the game. So he does get up in the sky here. Pterodon Riders definitely could fly over and do some, drop some hot Fire Leech Bola action, which would be pretty cool. Handgunners, in the meantime, are staying very conservative on the hill. The Feral Cold Ones might fight the Empire Knights. I definitely think Indy Pride hopefully notices this and can pull back. The Feral Bastillodon kind of out in the middle of nowhere for some reason. I'm not sure why he's out there, but Indy Pride does react very quickly, and he's able to pull those guys away. So in the meantime, the Dino army's advancing, taking massive Hellstorm rocket battery fire to the face. Let me go ahead and ninja that thing here. And yeah, I don't know. I think Dov's army is a little bit better against what he's facing off. But again, Indy Pride does have a lot of tools. I mean, he's got pretty good infantry. In the back, the Pterodon Riders, he definitely doesn't want these guys to break right now because they're very close to the edge of the map. And if he can, Indy Pride should just park them in the corner here. And if he does and brings them back late in the battle when things are very messy, I think he would be able to get some pretty good value. So Hellstorm rocket batteries are pretty good on ammunition, guys. I think they got buffed in regards to their ammo a little while back. So Karl Franz and company going after the Bastillodon. Maybe it's a bit of a distraction. Carnifex over here. The Cold One Riders are going to be engaging as well, but that Bastillodon definitely going to lose to the Karl Franz as well as the other guy. And Gunner's a little bit out of position. If Indy Pride could actually charge them, maybe get a little bit of Kroxigor action or bring the Feral Cold Ones across. I don't know. It's still going to be tough. The Riders in the back, the Pterodon Riders doing their thing, but the Cold One Spear Riders looking for an opportunity to strike. They can definitely beat Empire Knights very, very easily. But the Saurus are taking a ton of damage. So Indy Pride does pop the Rev Crystal, which heals him up. And the Bastillodon, I'm not sure why Indy Pride put it out there. That must have been a mistake, but he left it out there for some time. He didn't even try and run it back, so I'm not quite sure what was going on there. But the Feral Cold Ones are retreating from the deep situation there. This is actually really good. So we got some spears with shields going here, and they might be able to compromise these handgunners. And I mean, Karl and this unit here aren't going to be terribly helpful. So if the spears can chase them and the Kroxigors can go kill the Greatswords, that would be a really, really good situation. Over here we have Cold One Spear Riders going to be engaging against Empire Knights. It's really going to heavily favor the Spear Riders because they have more armor piercing and anti-large. But the Empire Knights still giving it back a little bit, but nonetheless, they're 100% going to lose that, unless there's some witchcraft going on. Looks like there's going to be a spell going down from Heavens, Curse of the Midnight Wind. I would definitely like to see the Cold One Spear Riders pulled back now and let the Temple Guard kind of grind him out there. These swords will beat down the swordsmen. Should be able to get into the back line here. Kroxigors are actually piling in and going after halberds, which is a little bit risky. But yeah, turn and fight the greatswords. Yeah, there you go. So Indie Pride does turn the Crocscores around. They're going to be paddling some of these greatswords here, which will definitely be pretty good. You got the 2 handgunners coming up from the low ground, so Dov just needs to get those guys in position right now. Ooh, but look at this. The Feral Cold Ones are still here. Now, if Dov forgets about the Feral Cold Ones and doesn't notice them, and they come back here and kill the Hellstorm plus these guns, ooh, that would be so good and tasty for Indie Pride. But regardless, Dov doing a pretty good job. He's got greatswords in there chopping. They're going to be able to beat beat the Saurus Warriors pretty well. The Crocscores, of course, are doing some pretty good paddling against the greatswords, which isn't bad. But Indie Pride is able to break through the front lines. The swordsmen do collapse. The Cold on Spear Riders and the Temple Guard do beat down the halberds on the flank. And now Indie Pride's going to get into the cookie jar. So he is going to be pushing onto the Hellstorm Rocket Battery back here. And his Salon Priest is pretty healthy. But it looks like Karl Franz and the Empire Captain are going to be going here as well. So that's going to get a little bit messy. Now, ooh, this is so bad. This is so bad for Dov. I think he forgot about these Feral Cold Ones. He ran off onto the edge of the map. So here come the Clever Girls. They're going to be just going straight up Velociraptor feasting right now. And they just get all up on that crew. That is so brutal. And they're so dirt cheap too. It's such a useful resource right now. So at this point, I definitely think he should finish off the crew and then push on to the handgunners. Looks like a banishment going down as well, which does some really good work against the greatswords and halberds, which is beautiful. And Indie Pride's forces are stabilizing. He's got Temple Guard, which are going to easily be able to kill this Lord right here, this Empire Captain. And Karl Franz, caught by Curse of the Midnight Wind, is being spanked by Crocscores. And it looks like Indie Pride is going to take this game. The back line, Cold on Spear Riders are able to outdo the Empire Knights. Some Outriders and Halberds still doing their thing, but I feel like Dov's handgunners were not useful for most of that battle. Like, they were kind of out of position the entire time, whereas they could have been more center focused. And like, Dov could have taken this like open field here and gotten a lot more value out of his handgunners. Like, do anything. I had like 3 kills and then like 8 on this one against maybe like Skinks and Swords or something. But the Clever Girls are in the back line. They're chewing up the handgunners, which is quite good. The Crocscores are chasing as well, going after Karl Franz and the Rampaging Saurus. But the Dinosaurs are able to just swarm here, guys. They just are getting balls deep in the situation. The Salon Mage Priest with Lord of Heavens in perfect health. He has his Temple Guard. He has his Rev Crystal. And back here, the Saurus Warriors with shields are able to clean up the halberd. So at this point, I don't think that Dov can do anything really. I think his handgunners were offline for too long. Like, they were just kind of sitting, you know, on a poor position. And I mean, I guess they killed the Bastillodon for free, but that's only 650 gold. And the rest of the Saurus army was able to get in there and just do a ton of work. And they didn't take much damage from the powder. Hellstorm Rocket Batteries actually didn't do bad. They did some pretty good initial HP damage, so they might have paid for themselves almost. These handgunners are back online for Dov plays. They're going to be taking some pot shots, shooting up here at the Crocscores, who are on the high ground. Definitely a pretty juicy target. Cold Blood actually going down to the Crocscores. And he probably definitely got them on the right targets. He made sure to get those spanking paddles on the greatswords. Was able to do so, and the dinos are just swarming forward right now. So absolutely bananas in this auto-gen game. So there is a Skink Priest setting here. The Empire does have some troops rallying, some Empire Knights. They're very, very low, and Empire Knights actually struggle to beat Skinks. Chameleon Skinks. They'll be able to deal with the skirmishers pretty easily. In the back, the Rampaging Saurus, kind of just cleaning up shop and chasing down whatever's left. But at this point, Indie Pride's forces are far too strong. Karl Franz is going to put up a valiant last stand, but another Curse of the Midnight Wind. Indie Pride has done a great job with his magic use this game. And also the Shield of the Cold Ones, Shield of the Cold Brews, doing a pretty good job. And yeah, Karl Franz is going to be falling in a matter of moments to these spears and these other troops. Definitely can't stand up to that. So very well played. Indie Pride and Dov plays. It went to game 3 in their series, and now we are on to a finals between Gojira and Indie Pride of Milk and Cookies Total War. And remember, guys, 25% of all on-stream donations do go to the winner of the tournament. So, so whoever wins the finals is going to be winning a pretty penny. Yeah, oh yeah, it's happening. We got lovely Lady Turin holding it down in chat. Italian Spartacus up in here. Yes. Splash coffee on me midstream. Why do I deserve that? Wow, what a Indie Pride played great there though. They both played great, but he was able to get all the right engagements, and he made those Clever Girls work for him. So, all right, so let's go here and update the scoreboard. Indie Pride takes it. Oh no, please don't crash on me, Warhammer. Not that it matters. The game's over anyways. Second. The game crashed? It might have crashed. I'll just have to restart it real quick. I wanted to look at the army screens and everything, but it is what it is. Oh, hold on. Looks like it wanted to come back there for a second. We'll give it just a moment. So we are about an hour and a half into the stream, and now we're on the finals. So Gojira, if you could actually go make the lobby real quick, that would be very, very helpful. Thank you, thank you. Second here. I hate when this happens. Like, because it's kind of hard to like close out the game and everything. Okay, Steam appears to have crashed. Hopefully I can get back into Steam. All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah. I don't know if that monster was deliberate bait. That was kind of interesting how the Bastillodon was out there. I mean, they're very cheap. Bastillodons only cost like 650 gold. They're dirt cheap. So maybe that was what it was.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, Colin V, thank you for the donation. Team Indie Pride Part 2. All right, man. Yeah. All right, let's see. You're logged in on another computer. Okay, that's fine. We can disconnect that session. Hopefully it'll actually fire up here. It says it's like another instance. The instance will be... Yeah, man, I'm glad you're enjoying the tournaments. So let me go ahead and message Indie Pride. Host it up. We'll get this going. So I might have to do a pretty risky gambit here. So I have to like force quit, and because it like the game is. Oh, hold on. This happened to me a couple times. Okay, one more time. Because I have to like Control Alt Delete to try and like force tab it, but sometimes that like crashes my OBS. So hold on a sec, guys. Okay, that actually worked. That actually worked. Great. Aha, we did it. Go team. I think that the Vampire Coast are going to have some of the worst, crappiest infantry in the game. And they're going to have really good powder. So they're going to be like, have like basically a whole front line of zombies and trash units with a couple monsters to support them. And then like have their guns do most of the heavy lifting. Oh look guys, Italian Spartacus has donated.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you, man. Oh, call for likes? Okay, Italian Spartacus says if we get to 500, he will do the Gollum voice. We're back. We're back. Don't worry. I managed to salvage the situation. All right, here we go. Multiplayer battles. And, got the correct password. Yeah, Gollum reacting would be really good. And making sure you guys can see everything I'm seeing. Great. All right, so Gojira just needs to join up now, and thankfully Indie Pride's on the same side, so we can just leave his name up there. And we will get the job, man. We're going to change that to Gojira. It's funny, Gojira and Indie Pride actually play a lot together, so they have quite a history, which will be very fun. All right, here we go. Red scoreboard, gold scoreboard. 0. Now we're just going to sit back and enjoy some coffee while Gojira joins up. Let me get the maps for him, too. Yes, Tower of Hoeth, one of the best maps in the game, in my opinion. All right, it seems like the Lizardman autogen pretty strong today. So, Martinez, yes, you are late. This is the last series, which is going to be a best of 5. So at least you potentially have another 30 to 40 minutes of entertainment, I would say. Mardu says, love the content, Turin. I only play single player, but this is still very, very entertaining. Hey, man. I'm glad. Even if you're just a campaign-only guy, it's still fun to watch all your, characters you play with in campaign fight. And remember, anyone joining, this is autogen today. This is autogen. You want to start on ladder, but you have like 50 mods? All of Warhammer. Oh my gosh. I've never played that. Coffee's pretty bomb. Lady Turin made me the best coffee. I didn't change my camera. I just have... Oh, Indie Pride's got a pretty good army. Oh, High Elves versus Dark Elves. Oh man, maybe I should put a blocker on. You know what? I'm not going to put a blocker on because these guys are really close friends. So I think they're not going to goon each other. I trust him. Dark Elves versus High Elves. Start when ready. Here we go. Autogen tournaments are really fun. We don't need the screen anymore, guys. These guys I know are like close friends. They've known each other for years and they play together a lot. So I'm going to trust that they're not going to goon each other. That army is something. Look at that. That's going to be hard to beat for an autogen. I mean, but Gojira could easily get like a Hydra or Charybdis, which would be really good here. Lawrence Rosen donates and says, just got here, show us the Beast of Nurgle. After this game, I'll try and remember to get the Wookiee. I don't think we can look at the other side. Like when I click it, it just shows like a blank army. But Creative Assembly is going to be adding spectator mode in. So when that's in, oh, you can actually see it. Okay.
Spicy meat.
So he had 2 or 3 groups of Parganeth Executioners as well. Don't worry, Wookiee's coming after this particular battle here. Ugh. I mean, they're in Discord chatting together right now, like as they're fighting. Pretty sure it's going to be good. Yeah, I don't know, guys. So the Tower of Hoth, pretty good map. Definitely thematic for the High Elves versus Dark Elves. It's certainly an area where they would cockfight one another. Now I don't have to get rid of the screen blocker. I don't have to minimize and get rid of that. So we are here in the grand finals of today's Flash tournament between Indie Pride and Gojira. 2 brothers, very solid narrative. 2 brothers, once close friends, now having to fight to the bitter end for a couple coins. We will see. We will see. Reaper Alpha, thank you so much for the $2 donation, my dude. Oh, man. And let's go ahead and take a look at the armies. So, for the armies of Gojira, definitely not a bad start. He does have a dragon, so he has some good armor piercing here with the Dreadlord with the sword and shield. He's got a Reaper Bolt Thrower. Front line is going to be... Oh, he has a caster too. He's got Lord Beasts. That's not bad at all. Flocko doing very good against like heavy, just infantry in general. 2 Argoneth Executioners. He does have some Dread Spears as well as Blackheart Corsairs. Not a bad front line. Not as good as the High Elves, but definitely not bad. The Bolt Fiends. So he does have some good AP with the ROR Dark Shards here. He's got Blackheart Corsairs with handbows and another group of Dark Shards. So he's going to have to defend this back line to really get some value from these. Dark Riders and on Dark Riders, Harpies, and that's pretty much it. So not a bad army at all. Not bad at all. So look at this. We're going to have like a Great Eagle battle up in the sky. We have a Great Eagle. We have the Frostheart Phoenix. Now, do we have any other flying support? Oh, there's a High Mage too. So he could cast Tempest on the dragon and then goon it with the Great Eagle plus the Frostheart Phoenix. I think that would be enough to kill the dragon. He does have a Tyrannok Chariot, Unipride. He's got Silver Helms. He does have Princess, so potentially some sniping on the dragon as well. Princess, of course, very good in its ranged attacks. He does have Swordmasters of Hoeth. He has a High Mage, which he's dancing about, trying to make it hard for me to commentate on it. But the High Mage is going to be great here. He does have the Tempest against the dragon. So Tempest, Princess, Eagles, definitely a lot of stopping power on that guy. His front line is elite as hell, though. 4 Swordmasters of Hoeth, I think. 4 or 3. He's got some Spearmen. In the back, he's got some Storm Riders, so the Regiment of Renown of the Lothern Sea Guard. I think quite a good army. So, I mean, they both have good armies. I think either of them could win. It's really a pretty even battle, in my opinion. Gojira would probably defend it, like deploy out in the open here, because both players have to attack. So, for example, if Gojira has a Bolt Thrower, he can force Indie Pride to come to him, which I think is a little bit better, in accordance with our rules. The Eagles are coming, the Eagles. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. And for future streams, we definitely need to start turning on and doing the what's it called, polls. I think that would be quite a bit of fun. So I'll get that set up for future streams. I keep forgetting to do that. This last week, I worked on the trailer, the music video for the beginning. Oh my God, what are they saying? Are they talking smack? 666 troops. Ready when you are, boy. Oh man, some smack talk going on already. Quite a final. It's like the McGregor-Habib fight last night. We'll see who's gonna be the victor here. I don't know. I think Indie Pride has a slight advantage because he has the means of sniping out the dragon. Plus, he has better infantry. Like 3 Swordmasters can easily chop through all these guys. Granted, there are Dark Shards, which can get some really good focus fire before the fighting starts. And yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. There are some Silverhelms too. There are some Silverhelms, guys. So that's going to give at least the High Elves some mobility, whereas the Dark Elves don't really have any. They're very stationary. But again, that's how Dark Elves usually play anyways. So the Bolt Thrower is shooting in. Oh, and a direct hit on the Princess. Thankfully, the High Elves do have Apotheosis. So Apotheosis is going to be able to heal up that damage. No problem. Now, Gojira definitely should rotate his army. I would fall back like right here even, because of course Indie Pride's going to be utilizing the terrain. He's going to be moving through the forest, which is going to minimize a lot of the missile damage he would normally take. And Gojira needs to reposition, in my opinion. I think his positioning here is going to be compromised super quick. Unless he has like a trap sprung or something. I don't think he does. It looks like there are some Dark Riders in the forest who are going to see this advance, but You're not going to be able to do a whole lot. They could attack these Storm Riders, which are the Regiment of Renown of Lothar and Seaguard, but those guys are like anti-large specialists, right? So I don't know. It's going to be tough. Gojira going into the forest to fight him. Oh, please don't fight in the forest. Michael Bray, thank you so much for the $5 donation. We haven't seen you in a long time, Pug Lord. Thank you, thank you. He says, let's go Indie Pride, all right? The teams are calling out. Gojira's going balls deep in here. I do not know why he's taking such a risky engagement, like fighting in the forest like this. His Dark Charge are going to have terrible line of sight. His Bolt Thrower is going to be obstructed. Man, I guess he really wants to try and take out the Eagles with his Dragon, but look at this. Indie Pride with the Tempest. Oh, beautiful. He gets the Tempest. It's going to do damage to the Dragon, and then the Eagles are coming in. The Eagles flying through the forest. They're coming in with their steel chairs, carrying the steel chairs with their little taloned hands. And the Eagles are going to be attacking the Dragon, so Gojira did not see that caster. He's taken a lot of damage here, and he doesn't have any magic to really retort here. So beautiful play by Indie Pride initially. And it looks like the Harganeth Executioners are fighting against Spearmen, which is going very well. Swordmasters piling in. The Dark Shards are shooting at the Swordmasters over here, so definitely not bad for Gojira on the ground. But up in the air, Gojira is being like flipped upside down and put in a trash can. So the Dreadlord doing some work against the Eagle, but again, the Frostheart Phoenix actually lowers the melee attack of the Dragon, which is really making that fight even more one-sided. The Dark Shards having a little bit of trouble getting line of sight. Really shouldn't have taken this fight in the forest. The Harganeth Executioners are fighting against Swordmasters, but they do have the Hand of Glory, so Indie Pride really utilizing his magic quite well. That's going to raise the melee attack of these guys pretty efficiently, I would say. Harganeth Executioners chopping them up. In the middle, it's going a little bit better, but the Dark Shards aren't getting good line of sight. I mean, they're shooting into the back, but the trees are obstructing them. Indie Pride definitely got the better position in terms of the engagement. Gojira should have like rotated outward and then forced the Dark Elves into open field, or the High Elves into open field. Some of the Dark Riders from Gojira do get into the back line. They surround this High Mage right here. And just the Pigeon Squad is just going balls deep on the Dragon. Now the Dark Shards are going to start switching targets and shooting up the Eagle. So this is a good play by Gojira. Falling back, pulling them in. He definitely probably wants to use these Blackheart Corsairs for a little bit of pressure too. But Harganeth putting up the best fight they possibly can, but they're obviously a superior troop choice to the Harganeth here. The Swordmasters are. The Dark Shards in the forest are fighting pretty high and tight in the pocket, trying to shoot the missiles here, but again, I think that Indie Pride's just in such a dominant position. A Feral Manticore has been summoned. Dark Riders in the back line are causing quite a bit of disruption, actually doing a ton of damage to these Storm Riders somehow. I'm not really sure how they did that. But if Gojira can fall back and maybe pull these guys apart a little bit, he does get the Bolt Fiends back, which is nice. Blackheart Corsairs are going to be charging, and Murderous Prowess is now here. And it looks like he has stabilized with his Dragon, so Gojira has a chance of maybe stabilizing here. The Blackheart Corsairs will be able to finish off these very tattered Swordmasters, especially if he lands with the Dragon. So the Dragon coming in for a balls deep charge, going to be just tearing into those guys. Very, very good stuff right there, and he immediately terrorizes those Swordmasters, who you would think would be immune to psychology. The Reaper Bolt Thrower is taken out. The caster is very, very compromised right here. You can see it's full health still, but there's double Pigeon Beatdown coming in. So he wants to fall back. The Bolt Fiends are going to be switching targets. The Corsairs do break those elite Swordmasters, and the other Blackheart Corsair handbows are in okay shape. Now, it's not over. If the Dragon were able to come in and like goon the Princess and take her out real quick, that could be really nice. But again, Gojira is losing his caster to the double Pigeon Beat Squad. New meta defined here on the channel. The Great Eagle plus the Frostheart Phoenix are unstoppable. No Dragon can withstand their wrath. But it looks like the Dragon is overhead. He gets caught with another Tempest. So beautiful play by Indie Pride. He's able to Tempest that guy down. And yeah, he is in the wrong neighborhood, guys. Check it out. You can see that there's a slowed down, taking damage, just Eagles clawing out his Dragon Eyes. Just absolute anarchy. And it looks like these Storm Riders are able to actually finish off these Dark Shards for the most part. Spears in the back are stopping the Princess, but yeah, I don't know. It's looking really grim for the Dark Elves, because the Dragon is going to be hunted down by the Pigeons. Gojira could have played this much more conservatively. Had he sat in open field, he could have overwatched a little bit better. And Indie Pride also getting in with the Tyrannoc Chariots and just running through the Bolt Fiends here, just absolutely brutal. Oh no. Oh no, the 1-2 punch, the Chariots plus the Silver Helms coming down the hill, just lancing these guys into another dimension. Absolute disaster. And I think at this point the Dark Elves are going to crumble. So the Dreadlord's trying to run. He's got some moves. The Princess going in for a bit of a missile attack here on the Blackheart Corsairs with the handbows. But that's going to be it. So Indie Pride's going to take game 1 in this best of 5 series, guys. Best of 5. Yes. Wow, those trash doves were mean that game. They were mean trash doves. Gyarados is not happy. And we got a donation from, let me go ahead and check, from Max B. Thank you so much. And we got a donation from Ryan, which I missed earlier. So Ryan actually donated on PayPal. So thank you so much for the donation from Ryan and Mark Curry, as well as Espen. So thank you guys so much for your donations. My apologies if I missed those earlier on the stream. You guys are awesome. And that is going to be 1-0 for Indie Pride so far. A very fierce pigeon beatdown. Gojira took that risky fight in the forest, and it did not pay off. GG. GG. HH. Pigeons. All right. Cabin of the Great Bat. I almost want to fight on that map just to see what it looks like. But we're on the Mushroom Cave. What the hell is this? What is this? Treachery. How is he? Does he have a faction unlocker or something? What is that? He must have the faction unlocker mod on. Because, yeah, I don't know how he has that selected. Oh my god, what is this? What? You can't play that. What is this? Yeah, he has the faction unlocker mod on. I can tell you. I can tell you from experience. And it is a custom game, so you can use those mods. And Gojira probably has the mod on too. What a troll. For a second, I was like, yeah, you can see right here, he says, I don't have them. Yeah, really funny. Look, everyone in chat is like freaking out. Oh my god. Yeah, it's from the faction unlocker, guys. That kind of like, I was like, wait, does he have something that I don't? Because usually, whenever we were sent early access stuff, we get it at the same time. And that Indie Pride and I always play together. So I was like, did he get that and I did it? Oh, what a troll. What a master troll.
That's it. Nice and
Fortune favors the infamous.
Spicy.
Stuart Cheshire
Yeah,
with the
boy.
€5 or pounds, I think. I can't quite see it from here. Keep up the great content, Turin. Always enjoying your videos. Thank you so much, my dude. I will keep up the good work. Gojira going in with the greenskins and gets Middenland or Tomb Kings. Looks like we're gonna get Tomb Kings. Yeah, that is a good greenskin army. That thing is fat and tasty. He's got like everything he needs against Tomb Kings. He's got Black Orcs and he has Rustiers. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, guys, and let's go ahead. We'll put on the blocker just so you guys can... Oh, I'm supposed to go get Wookiee, so hang tight for 1 second. I'm going to go get Wookiee. They both have the faction locker mod. Oh my god. You guys are out of control. Alright, guys. Anna is summoning the Great Unclean One. Looks like we have a switch. We got Bretonia versus Tomb Kings. Oh, okay. So, they're working it out, what matchup they want to do. Key Slut versus Vampire Coast. No, he looks very weak to me. Anna, bring him in. You want me to come get him? We have a real-life Great Unclean One. Look. You guys like it? This is Wookiee. For anyone who's new to the channel or new to the stream today, he is my dog. I've had him for about 7 years. I think I'm okay, baby. Thank you. Yeah, he's a troll. He's an old boy. Here he is. And it looks like the Tomb Kings versus Bretonia. That's actually a pretty fun matchup. Gojira's army is like the definition of haggard. Oh my god. He better hope that Indie Pride doesn't have a lot of constructs. But yeah, here's the old boy. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm going to be cutting him loose here in just a second. Oh, why are your legs kicking, little buddy? Good dog. Always trying to eat the trash. I actually like caught him going into the trash earlier, and he was like had his face in the trash can. He knocked it over, and his little legs were sticking out the back. So Wookiee's gonna say bye. Say bye to everyone. Go. Anything else? Any other thoughts? Okay. He's an old boy.
Give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot.
There you go, guys, for anyone who hasn't met him.
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Michael Bray, thank you for another donation. Still waiting for the squid costume. I'm actually probably going to dress up as Goblin for Halloween, and Anna is going to be Skarsnik, I think. We're thinking about it. It's something we're seeing if we have the resources for it. Yeah. I think that he switched off Bretonnia because, Greenskins, because maybe they saw each other's armies there. On accident. Wookiee doesn't serve, he rules. Wookiee's the stream sniper. Alright guys, we got a Tomb Kings versus Bretonnia matchup in this Auto-Gen Tournament Finals. For the armies of Indie Pride, we got Grand Hierophant Katep. Heavy metal, he's going to be dropping some sick beats up in here with the lore of Nehekara. For the front line, he's got Nehekara Warriors, Tomb Guard, Skeleton Spearmen, just kind of a mix mash of Bone Boys. Does he have anything elite here, really? He has the Kepler Guard. That's pretty damn good. 2 groups of Skeleton Archers as well. He has Skeleton Horsemen, Archers. Yeah, so he's got a pretty heavy missile core. Now, this is also really nice. He has Necropolis Knights with Halberds, which he can use to defend his back line. So I think if Indie Pride sits, defends Katep, uses the Skeleton Archers, and defends his back line with the Necropolis Knights, he's going to be in good shape. Chosen of the Gods as well, and a Tomb Scorpion. This is a pretty good army. So we're going to go ahead and see what Gojira has. So for Gojira, he does have a Prophetess with the Lore of Heavens up in the skies, which is quite cool. There are some carrion in the distance for Indie Pride. If you guys look in the corner of the map, you can see that those bad boys are ready to go. The front line of Gojira is going to be spears, so just men-at-arms. He does have a Blessed Field Trebuchet. The Beast Slayers of Bastion ready to take on the Tomb Scorpion. Going to be quite excited to see that duel. We do have a Grail Relic, which is going to be really good at the preventing the terror rotting from the Scorpion. Secondary line of Peasant Bowmen, 4 in total. That's a little heavy. That's going to be a lot to kind of manage here. But again, the Peasant Bowmen can absolutely melt the Skeleton Archers if they focus fire them, which is going to be solid. A huge Cav Corps, and it's all Knight Errants. Nothing good. Just all Knight Errants. Granted, Knight Errants are really good against Tomb King's infantry. I take that back. But they're going to struggle against the Constructs and the Halberds and stuff like that. So both players have artillery. Who's going to be the first one to strike here? Who is going to be the first one to strike? We will find out on this episode of Turin's Flash Tournament Series. Yeah, we tried to start early at noon today. I know it's getting pretty late for you guys in Europe. But we are approaching the end of the tournament here. So, well, depends on how these games go. But Indie Pride is up 1-0 right now. He definitely has a pretty good Tomb King's army. I think that the Bretonnians are going to struggle in the front line pretty hard. But again, if Gojira is able to have a masterclass with his Knight Errants and cycle charge those like Tomb King's infantry, he could easily take the game. Like, this is actually a pretty even battle, I think, as far as the armies go. Prophetess of parties. Yeah, I want the parties too. Or the parties, the pirates. Oh my god, I want the pirates. I can't wait. Indie Pride with the Master Troll. In West Camry, born and raised. The Temple Ground I spent most of my days. Oh man, that's pretty good. DJ Katep, according to Yidis, is about to drop a sick mixtape, which he is. Matthew, this game is not over, dude. Like, if you gave me this Bretonnian army, I'm pretty confident I could put a huge dent in this Tomb King core. I mean, it's hard. I think the Tomb Kings have a slight advantage, but I still think that with, like, Heavens, he can spam Wind Blast, guys. If you Wind Blast his Tomb King army into the Shadow Realm, like, hopefully Gojira is aware of how good that is against Tomb King's infantry. All right. So there's going to be some Holy Blessings coming out from the Lady, first and foremost. They're going to be launching in. And both players did the same thing. They like deployed in front of this crevice here to minimize the amount of pressure. In the back, it looks like Indie Pride does have some Skeleton Horsemen, I think, Archers. Now, Gojira should just get one of these Knight Errants and just charge. I mean, that's pretty much a freebie. Oh, Katep dropping the sick beats. So Blessings versus beats. Who's going to win? I don't know. Hard to say, guys. Hard to say. So anyways, in the back, Katep still dropping some fire. It looks like the Chosen of the Gods took some blessings to the face, which is pretty rough. I would definitely like to see one Knight Errant just go kill those Skeleton Horsemen Archers. That's a freebie. You literally have to do like nothing. Katep dropping some more beats on the Spearmen at Arms here in the front line. The Blessed Field Trebuchet is actually doing a ton of damage to the Chosen of the Gods. That's really an interesting interaction, which I never really thought of, but it's doing pretty good. Knight Errant's preparing for a Rohirrim charge, but of course Indie Pride is going to position his Spears and Halberds. Gojira definitely wants to mix up his formation. Oh, what the hell is this? There's Royal Pegasus Knights or Pegasus Knights here? Okay, that's new. There's some yeomen. There was like a whole part of the battlefield I didn't even notice, which is crazy. Anyways, the Royal Pegasus Knights chasing down the carrion, going to get some decent kills probably. But again, the Skeleton Horseman Archers can provide some solid overwatch here. And it looks like in the back, yeah, the Skeleton Horseman Archers for Indie Pride getting some freebies. I don't know if Gojira is like super aware of that because they deployed in like the corner of the map. I mean, just get some Knight Errants, but Indie Pride's going to take advantage of this. Gojira definitely getting a little bit sloppy here. He's trying to split up his forces, which is admirable. But again, he's too focused on surrounding Anypride, and he's not protecting his back line. So the blessings are going to be completely gone. Beast Slayers of Bastion are kind of nearby to respond, but Anypride does get that free kill in the back line. A little bit tough. In the meantime, Mounted Yeoman archers are circling around looking for some goodies here. Unfortunately, Gojira does lose that trebuchet, but it still did some good damage. I mean, definitely a huge advantageous situation. Pegasus Knights sitting in Overwatch here. Mounted Yeoman archers taking pot shots at the Tomb Guards with halberds right here. And yeah, Knight Errants getting the big surround. So I think Gojira was so focused on the surround that he kind of forgot about his back line, which is a little bit unfortunate. But at this point, he's kind of like, abandon it, screw it. Beast Slayers of Bastion back here. The Grail Reliquary unfortunately being forgot about. So, Gojira might be a little bit nervous here facing the great Milk and Cookies Total War. He's making a couple mistakes that are really going to cost him quite a bit. But the Knight Errants coming in for a balls deep Rohirrim charge. Definitely a little bit risky, but if they can squeeze past the halberds, it could be good. But, it looks like he's going to switch up the charge. This is still not good, though, because there's these two Necropolis Knights with halberds back here, which are going to be so disastrous. And the Pegasus Knights jump on Katep, trying to snipe him out, which probably isn't going to be the best bet because the halberds are nearby. The Knight Errant's coming in, most likely going to be charging these guys down. And yeah, you can see he's trying to get around here, but yeah, the Necropolis Knights with the Dejav's incantation. Knight Errant's trying to swarm them. They do get an okay charge, and the Bretonnian archers are advancing forward. In the back, the Beast Slayers of Bastion and the Grail Reliquary are now coming, so he finally did realize that was happening. But look at that. Gojira actually got some really good damage on Katep, brought him down to half health, and the Knight Errant's in the back line for Bretonnia. One is going to attack the Kepler Guard. The other ones should definitely kill these Skeleton Archers. That is a huge erect freebie. So he's going to be riding right past the Kepler Guard and going after these Skeleton Horsemen. So a couple of mistakes from Gojira, but again, he's had a couple decent plays as well. These Knight Errants are broken. These ones are going to get trash canned as well, but he still did do a little bit of disruption, did do some decent damage to the halberds, as well as these Snake Boys right here. And Katep also took quite a bit of damage, so some give and take. Usirian's Incantation of Vengeance going down, which is going to slow down those Knight Errants. And right here, we do get the Skeleton Horseman Archers, which are basically just like crumbling right here, so that's not bad at all. In the back, the Peasant Archers are just tearing apart the Skeleton Horseman Archers, which is pretty much a freebie. Skeleton Horseman Archers should definitely probably charge here, but the Peasant Bowmen doing a pretty good job. And it looks like Katep is getting sniped. The Peasant Firing Squad, all three of them right here, plus the Mounted Yeoman Archers are going after Katep, which honestly isn't a bad choice. He's pretty squishy, so I'd probably just snipe him out as well. Balance of power is pretty damn even. I mean, the Knight Errants are able to pull back. They actually get on the Chosen of the Gods. I would probably stay back there if I were Gojira and just like attack the Chosen of the Gods. But look at this. Katep is getting melted, guys. He is getting melted. And the Bretonnians do have the Beast Slayers of Bastion and a Grail Reliquary still coming. I mean, he might be able to kill Katep here. He could charge in with the Prophetess, with the Lord of Heavens. That's actually probably a really good idea. Some of the skeleton archers in the back are crumbling a little bit, and they're in critical binding, but the Knight Errants are losing heavily to the Necropolis Knights. Curse of the Midnight Wind making them a lot more accessible, though, for the Bretonnians. A Wind Blast going down. Beautiful stuff from Gojira on the Skeleton Spears. Definitely would be a little bit more well used on the Kepler Guard, in my opinion. But Katep's trying to dodge. He's very slow. The Tomb Scorpion's going to be guarding him. Mounted Yeoman getting in position. Peasant Archer scooting forward, but some carrion from Indie Pride are able to disrupt. So the backline is secure. The Grail Reliquary definitely needs to get up here and help out. I mean, it still can't fight, right? It's not like a useless entity. And Katep is getting danger low. He's got 700 HP. Oh no, you want to get out of there. Get that Prophetess out of there, Gojira. That is so risky. So he's going balls deep for the kill. But the Necropolis Knights with halberds of Indie Pride swoop in, and the Prophetess is now in the wrong neighborhood. But I think he did enough damage. Like, if he can escape now, it'll probably be worth it. Katep going back in, but the Pegasus Knights swarming in as well. And they get a really good charge, actually, on the Necropolis Knights. And Katep, there's no way he's going to survive this. That would be absolute insanity. The Spearmen are going to be fighting the Tomb Scorpion right here. Front line going pretty well. Carrion, yeah, still cleaning up, though. He needs to get something to clean up these Carrion, or else they're going to solo all of the Peasant Archers in the back. Katep dropping some sick beats right here on the Spearmen. Does a little bit of damage, plus then they get terrified. And Katep is so low, 138 HP. Gojira probably wants to finish this so bad right now. He's probably just full chub waiting for this kill. Some of the Skeleton Horseman Archers coming in. Gojira does intercept with some Spearmen at arms here. And he's able to do some pretty good work, kind of focus firing those guys down to the Peasant Archers. And the Beast Slayers of Bastion are able to kill their respective targets as well. Carrion, though, are still causing way too much disruption. Gojira needs to get these Knight Errants over here and potentially finish them off. And Katep is still alive. Gojira, oh man, you need to kill him. He has 18 HP and his leadership is stable. Oh, and he's dropping some sick beats on the Prophetess. Or actually, it looks like he's going after the Spearman here, but 18 HP. Come on. You need to finish this off. This is such a close fight. So Gojira, or Indie Pride's going to be charging him with the Snake People. He does get those guys. A great rear charge from the Knight Errants on the low ground is able to actually crumble these Nightcar Warriors and certainly will be able to finish off the Carrion. But he needs to kill Katep. Katep is going to get another Vortex or something going on here. And the Darude Sandstorm is being dropped as well. It's going to be hitting the Beast Slayers and chasing after the Archers. And he's dropping more sick beats. This does not need to be happening. I mean, he's so low. 78 HP. He's actually healing from the Realm of Souls trigger from the Lore of Neakara. Or the Lore of Neakara passive, whatever. But the carrion are almost finished off. He has to see this. Gojira has to see that how low he is. The peasant archers have gotten in position. They're going to start taking pot shots again. You can see Kotep's trying to run, but he's like basically like Helman Gorst on this thing. He's just like dirt slow. He takes some shots in the back. He's at 64 HP. He's healing Nero's incantation and protection. He still has Chosen of the God on the high ground as well. Oh my god, this is just such torture to watch in a way. But again, Gojira's army has stabilized. His peasant archers are online. They're tearing apart the halberds and the spears. Oh, what is this? Is this going to be a Comet of Cassandora? No way. Oh no, that's the Uran's Thunderbolt, which actually does some pretty good damage right there. But the halberds are getting melted. The archer line is moving forward. They have plenty of ammo. I don't know if DJ Kotep's going to be able to drop his sick beats for much longer. Gojira needs to just get in there. I would probably just charge with the Prophetess and try and go for the throat. I don't know though, but the halberds there are so pretty scary. Druid Sandstorm just causing mad problems right now. There's a couple Knight Errants left, so we have 18 here on the low ground and 15. We have one Pegasus Knight. Oh, that guy's got to be the hero Gotham needs. He's got to charge in there. Oh no, and Kotep's crumbling now. Something's causing him to crumble. He must be, getting exhausted, tired, or fatigued, whatever the undead happened, whatever happens to them. Drained, debilitated. But I think he might have taken a couple shots. He stabilizes with 30 HP. 30 HP. Some carrion coming into the back, attacking those peasant archers yet again. Gojira definitely needs to polish those guys off because they're just trolling his back line. I don't know though, Indie Pride, I don't know how he's going to deal with this Tomb Scorpion. Druid Sandstorm still dropping the beats until the bitter end. And look, most of the Bretonnian army's like kind of wavering. The peasant archers have pretty good ammo in the back line. The Prophetess does come back here to clean up the carrion, and it looks like the Grail Reliquary and the Prophetess are able to do that. The Beast Slayers of Bastion still alive? I don't know, guys. I do not know. This is an insane fight. Kotep is a raid boss. Look at him. 30 HP. Oh, that just hurts my soul just looking at this. The Prophetess needs to kill this guy. Anyways, Tomb Scorpion is able to break the Beast Slayers in the front instantly. Some Spearmen are pushing in. The Prophetess has had enough. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kotep. Is he going to get killed by the Uran's Thunderbolt? Oh, and he gets zapped. He gets zapped by the Thunderbolt. Oh my god. This is one of the best tournaments we've had here on the channel by far. So Kotep gets zapped by a Thunderbolt from the heavens. Oh my god, that was hilarious. And now the Tomb Kings are going to push forward, enraged by the death of their leader. And yeah, guys, the Prophetess is going to go after the Tomb Scorpion, but the halberds are there as well. I mean, I still think that Indie Pride's going to win this, despite Gojira putting up a great fight. He made some costly mistakes in the beginning, gave away some stuff for free, which didn't need to happen. The Ushapti summon coming down, being held in the back pocket by Indie Pride, so he's able to get that off. But yeah, I mean, there's just a Grail Reliquary. The Prophetess is just so low. Like, Spearman might be able to polish off those Knights, I'm not sure. Peasant archers in the back are rallying, so that at least there's some Overwatch fire, and the Ushapti summon will disappear, so if he can kind of weather that storm. He charges in with everything, just trying to disrupt those guys. Prophetess is going to be going in the back, and that was totally a Thor strike. Oh my god, that was so great. That was the best thing ever. Kotep just like got the bolt from hell, as Sotek puts it here. Anyways, Mount Yeoman archers fighting to the bitter end. Ushapti doing good, Chosen of the Gods holding on. Grail Reliquary's fighting. Some peasant archers causing problems. Prophetess able to clean up the archers in the back, but I don't know if Gojira has the stopping power to deal with the Scorpion. That's the biggest thing here. Grail Reliquary's fighting. That Thunderbolt was truly the thing of heroes. So if Gojira is anything, I'm sure he's going to be a bit of a people's champion after this. Oh my god, that was so funny. Kotep just like looks up and a lightning bolt just smites him. God, that was funny. A Bautista bomb. Yeah, it was. So, yeah, I think Indie Pride's going to clean up. What a game. What a damn game. That was beautiful. These games today have been so damn good. Gojira just says re in chat. Oh my god. The Prophetess with Heavens coming in and fighting. I mean, there's not a puncher's chance here. The Tomb Guards with halberds are very low. Ushapti are disappearing, but the Tomb Scorpion's too strong. The Bretonnians have nothing left. Prophetess is going to be doing a little bit of cycle charging, but that's going to be it, I think. Oh my god. How amazing was that, guys? Talk about high-quality esports entertainment. An old, decrepit zombie man being zapped with a Thunderbolt in the dome. Oh, but look at this. Gojira with the final strike. He gets him blobbed up, and he's coming in with the AoE, the Thunderbolt again. Gojira, the god of thunder. And he goes out with a bang. 2-0 for Indie Pride. If Indie Pride wins the next game... If Indie Pride wins the next game, he's going to be the first Autogen champion here on the channel. Which would be very fitting. It'd be very fitting, to say the least. Alright. So here we go. Any Pride's up 2-0 here in this finals match. We'll get the army blocker just in case they're accidentally looking at the streams just to see what's happening. Oh my god. That was really great. Oh my god. That Thunderbolt was one of my favorite things I've ever seen in a tournament cast here on the channel. That was some Bond villain shit, yeah. So, Any Pride, oh my god, the Halls of Karak Azul. I almost want to play that. These tunnel maps are so cool looking. It's just a shame they're so narrow. Like, it's hard to have, like, dynamic gameplay on them. Any Pride's given the hammer a floor. High Elves again? Didn't Any Pride play High Elves? Gotta play different races. Let me make sure they see that. Can't repeat. They know. Koji Mama believes in you. So Disciple says, at Turin, is there anything you can point me to for the current faction multiplayer rankings? Yeah, I can probably answer that for you to an extent. I mean, Vampire counts, Dark Elves, Chaos, and the Elf factions, I would say, are probably all of the best ones. If you want to like get good at, yeah, I would recommend starting off with Chaos. Like, you don't have to micro as much. Oh my god, Crooked Moon versus Norska. Crooked Moon. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Do a little bit of, do some hand stretches. Yeah. Oh, was that the last best of 3? He didn't play them in this one? No, their first game together was High Elves Dark Elves in this one. That was the same best of 3. Yeah. This is a best of 5 though. The finals are always best of 5 in my tournament, so. Here we go, guys. Indie Pride fighting for that donation money. Yeah, big thanks to all of you guys for supporting today. A lot of great donations, so it's really going to kind of stir the pot of the tournament. Quite a bit of fun, my dudes. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Norska vs. Goblins is going to be fun. All right, that's a pretty good army. That's pretty good against Norska, I would say. We got a donation from Nat1 Rogue. Got to pay tribute to the God of Thunder? Hell yeah, man. Gojira is now the God of Thunder. That's his new title. We might not do autogens every week, but we might. I don't know. The Everwatcher. Perhaps in another tournament, Anthony Soprano. Nice. I'm going to go grab some lunch after this one. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, boy.
So, if Any Pride takes this, guys, I mean, we could easily see a Mammoth here, too. It's pretty likely in an autogen with Norska, so. Mammoth versus a bunch of Goblins. Mammoths just suck so bad. I feel like Mammoth would lose to like one group of Orc Biggins. Yeah, so we're going to see what happens here. Skarsnik is not here, unfortunately. It looks like he got an Orc Orboss, which is kind of a little bit of a letdown, but you can't win them all. Can't win them all. Satisfy the grudge. So Tex says, autogen is terrible. Any format I lose in is clearly busted. Oh, that's fun. All right, guys. We're here with potentially what may be the final. Indie Pride up with an erect 2-0 against his eternal nemesis, Gojira. And for the armies of the Crooked Moon, we have an Orc Warboss. And then we also have a Night Goblin Shaman. So he did get his casters. We have a Doomdiver Catapult, which is good. Front line of random Orc stuff. Goblins, Orc Boys, the Warlords Boys. We got some Savage Orcs and Savage Orc Biggins on the flank, which are going to be pretty strong. One Doomdiver Catapult. On top of that, we do have Orc Boar Boy Biggins. We got Orc Boys. Did I get rid of the blocker in the middle? I did. Okay. Squig Herds. We got Trolls in the back, but plenty of missile pressure out here, I guess. I mean, Doomdiver plus Morgubs plus Night Goblin Archers and Night Goblin Archers. So any Mammoths or big targets definitely going to be able to focus down if he wants to. And for Indie Pride, we got Wolfric the Wanderer on a Mammoth. On a fat Mammoth. Look how angry he is up there. That's going to already make it for a pretty fun game. The rest of the army is going to be Marauders. We do have the Ice Marauders, some Spearmen, Berserkers, which are going to just cut up the Greenskins. Oh, 3 Berserkers. So I do think that Indy Pride has the advantage in the front line now that I've seen how many Berserkers he has. He does have Skin Wolves and double Skin Wolves with the Beast of Tashnar. Yeah, Beast of Tashnar, Wolfric, and he does also have a Deathcaster. So I think that Indy Pride's army is pretty good. But again, this Goblin firing squad could easily focus on Wolfric, who only has 70 armor on the Mammoth. So, and there is a Doomdiver Catapult, which is going to force him to come in. So, yeah. Random orc stuff. Turin Procaster, yes. Yeah, pro tip. If your boss doesn't like your work, just tell them that there was an auto-gen tournament going on. Yeah, oh yeah. Gojira's army isn't bad. I think the Berserkers are going to just monster mash that front line, though. I mean, Orc Boys and Goblins. It's really going to be very micro-intensive for Gojira. He's going to have to do well with his Orc Boar Boy Biggins and his Orc Boar Boys, and his mobile forces are going to have to generate. So it's really going to come down to his micro. Because if he just takes like a head-on engagement with his Norscan army, I think he's going to lose. Especially with Wolfric back here. Skin Wolves actually perform pretty well against Orc Boar Boy Biggins, so that's going to be a little bit scary. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Gojira has his work cut out for him. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. Yes. Yes, Anna. My darling. Right, proper Crumpin. There is a Mammoth, but at least it's Wolfric on a Mammoth, so it's not like... If you take a look, I mean, I think Wolfric's leadership isn't terrible on a Mammoth. Like 70. Or Corboss has 70 leadership, yeah. Almost in the same ballpark, give or take. Almost in the same ballpark. Well, the Mammoth isn't really like fully armored Flying Dutchman. 70 armor is like usually... Like, Norsca doesn't have access to, like... I mean, look at this. All the exposed skin. I mean, it has, like, head armor, and that's pretty much it, and some straps on its legs, but... For the most part, it is lightly armored. Wolfric's... I love how he just sits on the chair and does nothing. Like, the whole time. He just sits there. It's so hilarious. Like, a lot of mounts, like, you can see the characters fighting from, but, like, on that thing, it's just like, nope, I'm just gonna sit and watch and let my Mammoth do all the work. Alright, let's see what the chat is saying. Too many shenanigans, it's like having nose. Gojira says he has too many shenanigans. Oh yeah. I'm gonna pistol up the next person who says shenanigans. Okay. that's good. Some friendly banter mid-game. Thank you guys for staying up too. I know it's pretty late for a lot of you guys in Europe. Maybe I'll have to start starting at 11 o'clock. Make sure that you guys don't get too worn out here towards the end. I don't know. What do you guys in chat think? We're gonna see Team Gojira, Team Indy Pride, Team Milk and Cookies over here. That was so funny when Indy Pride used the faction unlocker to switch to Vampire Ghost earlier. Oh my god. So trolly. And the final preparations are being made. There is some light skirmishing for the Norskins over there, but Gojira playing a very thin style of play. I feel like the Berserkers, although with the Wa, I mean, even Orc Boys can give it back to Berserkers. He does have some Trolls, which can lay a bit of a pounding on the Mammoth. Indy Pride's probably going to... Yeah, I wonder if he's going to march over here and then engage. Looks like Gojira does have some Squig Herds hiding in the forest. Morgub's Making Marauders as well should definitely be shooting at some Berserkers right now. I would like to see that quite a bit. Doomdiver Catapult. I'm quite curious to see where the lads are going to be shooting. It is firing, so... Did it fire its first shots yet? Oh, looks like it did, and it hit the Berserkers with a vengeance. Wow. Gojira is going to be shifting his formation to face down his eternal nemesis. Also on top of that, you could probably grab these Forest Goblin Spider Riders and chase down those Marauder Horsemen. That's pretty much a free kill here. Yeah. Your boss would love an earlier start to these tournaments. Okay, good enough. I can do that, no problem. The Beast of Tashnar for Indy Pride, though, coming for that booty. They're pretty fast. They got a 95 speed compared to the 92. Yeah. Morgubs are very quick. They're going to be able to run away. Now, the Orc Boar Boy Biggins could definitely rotate out here and screen for these guys. I don't think he's going to need to. Gojira's just got that huge wall of just green boys. The Marauder Horsemen are coming in. The Forest Goblin Spider Riders definitely should just countercharge them and chase them. Because... I mean, they cost about the same amount of money, give or take. I think the Horsemen are a little bit more expensive, and the Forest Goblins can easily just chase them in circles around the map, and then you don't have to worry about them. I think that's a worthy investment for the Forest Goblin Spider Riders. The Berserkers here are just getting shreked by the Doomdiver Catapult, down to like half health almost. Their Frenzy's probably going to be gone pretty soon, too. Look at these lads just swooping in here and collapsing on these Marauder Berserkers. And it looks like we do have a fight. The Squigs take that fight over there. The Biggins, as well as the Savage Orcs, are going to be charging over there. And yeah, a good catch for Indy Pride, but it looks like there's going to be some sort of a debuff going down. You're going to take the fight. So the Skin Wolves do get charged by the Boars, which is not going to be a bad situation. Some Goblin Archer fire on the Marauder Spearmen, also not terrible. But these Goblin Archers overextending a little bit. Hopefully they'll get back in here. But this is the fight. The Savage Orc's definitely going to contribute a lot. The Wa has been popped. And a really good Fate of Buna, actually, from Indie Pride is going to melt those guys down. So, yeah, there needs to be some reinforcements over here because I think Wolfric is going to doggy-style these guys. He gets in there on his big mammoth, and he's just going ham-bone. That Fate of Buna just melting all of the green skin backbone right there. Savage Orcs, of course, are still going to put up a good fight. And in the front line, you can see there's some mixed match engagements going on. The Force Goblin Spider Riders are actually catching the Horsemen, so that's a nice pick for Gojira here. But the Trolls need to engage as well. Just get them over here, kind of start slapping the base a little bit. But here come the Orc War Boys, going to be charging into the Ice Storm Marauders. The Wa is now gone. Savage Orcs aren't doing bad over here. I mean, they're holding their own. But yeah, you can see right here, Indie Pride is able to peel off with the Skin Wolves and take out the Morgub's Mage Marauder. So immediately, I think Indie Pride's in a pretty advantageous position. The Pirate Ship going down, tearing up that formation. But the Marauder Spearmen are really getting dumpstered pretty bad in the front line. Over here, we do have Orc Boys who are going after these very tattered Berserkers. And the Doom Diver Catapult still working on those guys. I would like to see the target be switched. So Gojira is going to be rearranging his formation. He's getting some good Overwatch fire on the Skin Wolves. They're very, very low. And we do have some Savage Orc Biggins here who can tear up both Mammoths as well as Skin Wolves. So Gojira's army is very meaty. And he's able to deal with the Norskin Skirmishers. These Orc Boys actually kill the Berserkers, and they should be able to actually put a dent in those Marauders as well. So not a bad situation for Gojira, actually. The Trolls coming in, providing some much-needed Pound Town here, but a little bit of sloppy positioning on the Night Goblin Archers. He lets them get compromised by those Berserkers. So he should definitely pull those guys back if he can. A beautiful Itchy Nuisance going down, which is going to hit pretty much all of these guys right here. So this entire Norskin core is debuffed right now. And Wolfric is getting attacked by the Orc War Boss. Mammoths, I mean, are pretty strong in their own right, but the Goblin Archers, yeah, doing a good job versus these Marauder weapons. Finally, Gojira is able to catch Indie Pride Skirmishers in the back line. Doom Diver Catapult has switched onto the Marauder Hunters, which is going to be a good target. But the Beasts of Tashnar are waiting up in the hills. Indie Pride probably gave them an order and just, you know, was getting them ready to go. But they're going to charge. Ooh, that's a risky charge because the Savage Orc Biggins are there. They're going to cut these guys up. The Savage Orc Biggins can probably solo all three of these groups. They are so good versus large targets. So immediately we're going to be seeing a spell going down. Sneaky Stabbing. Oh, that is going to be so bad. This could actually win the game for Gojira potentially. If Indie Pride stays here and fights against them, I think it would be good. But yeah, he immediately notices it's a bad situation and he pulls back. Balance of power is relatively even. The Berserkers are going to be attacking the Night Goblin Shaman. The Trolls and company are going after the Mammoth and doing some pretty good damage. But the Force Goblin Spider Riders need to shut down these Hunters. If the Hunters are able to get on the Trolls and some of the elite targets, it's going to be tough. Soulblight actually going down. The Greenskin Forces, backline compromised. Doom Diver Catapult is shut down. Savage Orc Biggins are chasing these guys, but you might as well pull them back to the main fight. Berserkers also get on the Night Goblin Archers. So Gojira suddenly losing a lot on the flank. His entire backline situation compromised. So really good Spirit Leech from Indie Pride. He's able to burn down the Orc War Boss here. And yeah, it's looking like Indie Pride's going to pull this one out. I mean, Gojira had a chance for sure. But I think a little bit of sloppy backline micro unfortunately let all of his Goblin Archers and other troops go down pretty bad. Orc War Boss is going to be terrified. It's running for the hills. And you can see the hordes of bestial Skin Wolves and Hounds. And that's what's so cool about Autogen. You get to see stuff like this used. You never get to see that in tournaments, right? It's cool to see people trying to optimize the play. A really good pirate ship from Indie Pride, just tearing up these Savage Orcs, just doing massive damage down the formation of the Skin Wolves and some of these other guys here. Beautiful stuff there. But the Orc War Boss is running. The Norskin Berserkers have cleaned up shop. The Hunters are here. That's going to be it, guys. Indie Pride is the champ for today. He's going to win 25% of all on-stream donations, and he wins with a convincing 3-0. Very well practiced in the Autogen. As you guys know, he does have his Trials of Tzeentch series on his channel where he does all that stuff. So very, very good work. Very good work for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and update the scoreboard. And that's it for today, pretty much. The sad wall. Gojira could have won that for sure. There was a couple engagements where his boars got like isolated out there. He took a couple very risky ones that I think cost him. But the Mammoth did okay. Skin Wolves, his Skin Wolf play was very solid. Berserkers did good. I mean, Indie Pride was pretty on point there. He was coming for that booty. Yeah. So let me go ahead and tell these guys. GG. That's it. Thanks, guys. All right. So big congratulations to Indie Pride, Milk and Cookies Total War for taking today's Autogen tournament. We'll certainly be having a couple more in the next few weeks. So you guys will certainly be up to date on that. It's a sad day now. Oh, why? Because the stream's over? No, Zardar, I actually have to run. I would love to do that, but I actually got to run right now. There was a really good Skaven game earlier. Gojira had a beautiful Skaven game where he came back and won against the Dwarves, and it was like totally a game that he should have lost, which was pretty crazy. That Sea Fang was good. The steamboat. I like how you have a boat emoji. So Indie Pride was able to win. We had 4 competitors today. Indie Pride was able to beat Dog Plays 2-1 earlier. And then he had a 3-0 against Gojira. And Gojira was able to win 2-1 against Lore Master of Sotek earlier. So we had a lot of games, 9 games in total today on stream, which was pretty fat. And that's it. So big thanks to all of you guys for just hanging out, joining, liking the stream. Of course, all of that stuff is very helpful. It helps me, get ahead on YouTube in regards to my videos being shown to new people. And of course, for all the donations. So He's That Guy also donated. He said, I love watching during Meal Prep Sunday. Right on, man. Let's go ahead and read through the donations. We got He's That Guy, Nat Rogue, Michael Bray, Stuart Cheshire, Max B, Michael, Reaper11 Alpha, Lawrence, Italian Spachikish. We got Colin V, Jacob Harrington, Logan, Sean, Faust, Bubba Bricks, Todd, Richie, Valnir, Colin, Dov, Silver Skank with a couple, Jason Denny with the fat one, James Orlando, and we have had a couple on the PayPal as well, so we'll read those. We got Ryan, Mark, and Espen. That's everyone as far as the donations go, so thank you guys so much, and 25% of the winnings will be going to the glorious Indie Pride of Milk and Cookies Total War. He definitely fought hard. Through adversity and terrible armies, he fought and was able to emerge the champion. Not unscathed. He had some hard fights. But don't worry, guys. The stream will be up later. It's going to be up in a couple hours. So, again, big thanks to all of you guys for joining today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and stay tuned this week. There's going to be a couple Magic streams at night, and then after that, we're going to be doing another tournament next weekend, which will either be a 2v2 or a regular 1v1 tournament. We're not quite sure, so let me know what you guys are potentially interested in the community section. Thanks again for watching, guys. We will see you guys next Sunday and perhaps some Magic the Gathering during the week. Take care, guys.